Traveling has never been this simple in the Gambia. Oh yes, you don't need to visit the GTSC depot just to get a ticket. Just download the Yona Wallet app today and enjoy hassle-free bookings. With Yona Wallet, you can buy your GTSC bus ticket right from your phone, anytime, anywhere. From Kanifing to Dakar, Dakar to Banjul, or upcountry routes like Kanifing to Basse and Basse to Banjul, Yona Wallet has you covered. No queues, no stress. Just safe, fast, and convenient ticketing at your fingertips. Choose comfort. Choose convenience. Choose GTSC with Yona Wallet. Yona Wallet. Your money, your way. GTSC. Moving the nation forward. For more information, please call 1124 or 221-1668.
Jamano Money Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Bruceby opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051 or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.
Agada.
Mbijano aganyani.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la sto.
Ha, code nyingi.
Okay. Korsa. Nsila ID soto.
Ah, sasa ndo. Sorry. Agada.
Mbijano bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariya.
Ah,
mbale ki janna nun kuno bara tariya.
Ah, janno mi yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbali ya bere. Ha. Birim koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato ni fo bolong blabe to.
56 branches mola soto Gambia jam.
Ha?
Ha. Gambia kono ani Gambia bantala bankol. Nko kodo kiya bere to. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta même na kodi to poto nin kodi maraw. Jannom number 1 ti nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale le dadi man domorol ni fana beteat. Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je.
Ha wo mo yo diat ha.
Apelenta
baraka ni na lafta nyelen kendol e bina.
Yalo bu kanyi la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Abaraka.
Ja Oil is Gambia's leading dealer when it comes to fuel and has made it a duty to satisfy our customers at all costs. Vehicle owners and drivers need not to worry about getting quality and affordable fuel anymore. That is the reason we have our branches spread all over the country for easy access. For good and clean fuel, the only place to go is Ja Oil. Your need for good and durable petrol, gasoline and kerosene has been covered by Ja Oil, so you need not to worry. Walk to any of our branches and get served to satisfaction. With Ja Oil, your satisfaction is our priority. That is why we have branches at your doorstep to make accessibility easy for you. With our professional and friendly staff, we can assure you satisfaction. To get the best fuel for your engines, the only place to go is Ja Oil. With Ja Oil, it's all enjoyment. That is why we are offering you low charges at our stations on the Coastal Road in Banjul. For more information, you can call 770-8080, 322-9070, 714-7273, or 387-1321. Ja Oil, the pride of the nation.
Hello and welcome to the Brunch on Live. I'm Lavin Cham. Well, you might be surprised that we came your way today much earlier than we normally do. That is, of course, we had time, and we, of course, have the program split into two. One will deal with current affairs, dealing with politics, security, economy, and whatever you have. And then we will go into sports for the second part, because there is going to be another election, and that is national football elections in August this year. And unlike the national conventional elections, political elections, this time there has to be a new president for the Gambia Football Federation, because the outgoing president is not contesting. So we will delve into that with one of the aspirants, Kemo Ceesay. That is in the later part of the program, the Brunch. For now, though, I'm pleased to invite, or rather welcome in the studio, Alagie Kanteh, a former military officer of the Gambian National Army, former military governor of at least 3 regions, a person who has a tremendous career in the military and in public life. He's been in exile, though, for many years, since he departed the Gambia at the height of the Yaya Jammeh regime. This morning, and the afternoon, of course, Alagie will tell us his perspectives about current affairs in the country. First, though, as we do in the studio, when we have a guest for the first time, we will get to know who is Alagie Kanteh. Kanteh, welcome to the Brunch.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cham. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate your invitation.
Good. And I'm glad you come all the way from Brunch to come to the studio. Well, you mean very well. But you come from Njabakunda in Nyobe. Take us through. How was your childhood like?
My childhood was like any other
Rural
boy childhood. I grew up. I was born in Jabakunda.
Jabakunda, yeah.
And
yes.
So sorry, just a minute.
Yeah, it's okay.
Two rural farms. Got my primary education there.
In Jabakunda.
In Jabakunda itself, yes.
So Jabakunda had a school a long time ago.
Oh, a long time ago.
Okay.
A long time ago.
All right.
It was in the colonial era.
Okay.
Exactly. So then moved to Armitage.
Armitage High School.
Exactly. Armitage High School.
Which year was that?
77.
77.
1977.
Okay.
1982.
Do you remember any prominent schoolmates or classmates in today's public life, or?
Prominent. All of them are prominent.
Really?
Well, let me cite
Esa Bokarsi, yes. Who was later a fellow security officer.
Yes, and then I think the OIC as well.
Yeah, he was deputy CEO, ambassador, yeah, and now head of a political movement. Okay, and who else?
Well, there are most of them were in public life. I think a lot of them have now retired.
Retired.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like Malang Bas.
Oh, Malang Bas. Oh, Malang and Ablai. Oh, I know them. I know them from Kayaf. They were my senior at Kayaf Primary.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so
I mean, they came from Masembe in Kia, but they went to Kayaf Primary School, where they seniored me.
Okay.
And then, yes, after they went to the Bass brothers, who both of them went to Gamtel.
They both went to Ghana.
Yeah.
And many other partners.
You nickname him Zuma.
Zuma from the north.
From the north. Peter Abraham's book.
Exactly.
I remember that, yes.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm take then.
Then you must know Jungle Farms from Collier. Yeah, he must have seen you. I think he left in 79 or something like that. He was at the same time as Zuma and others.
Oh, okay.
Dudu Jones.
Dudu Jones, yes.
Dudu Jones, yes.
No, you know, it's a class.
Yeah, what about the Abdullah Jawaras? Yeah, Jones. Yes. What about Abdul Jawara? Abdul K. Jawara.
No, Abdul Jawara.
Senior you, okay.
But what is the other guy? Musa Jawara.
Musa, yes, okay. Like badness. Okay,
So
interesting
these
time.
are the people, some of the people. So I can't.
And were you a councillor? You used to have
I was a
councillor.
monitor.
You were a monitor.
You know,
Okay, interesting.
yeah.
So, from school, how your professional career began? Or you continued your education from high?
From school, yeah, I looked for a job. But like I told you, this situation, this history, or this career development was narrated elsewhere.
Excellent.
I was invited to the TRRC.
Yeah,
And
obviously.
I think I was the fourth witness
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And I recounted everything that I went through from school.
Right
and
down
so
to
on, and I would refer anybody
yeah, to go in there.
and see. But
very
because of this
briefly,
interview,
because of this interview, very
I
briefly.
want to make it very short.
Yeah, short. How did your professional career,
From school, I went to agriculture,
Oh,
which fortunately I am now benefiting from.
were you an agri demonstrator then, or how do you
Yes,
call them?
exactly.
Extension worker, yes.
Extension work generally,
Yeah.
but there's agri assistance and agri demonstration.
Okay.
demonstrators.
You were a
I was
demonstrator.
demonstrator.
Okay. Posted where?
As per January.
Oh, Georgetown, okay. Where you went to school? So,
Where I went to school, and that is what made it unique. Because for Mamiti, a few months, I think I had to go back to Janjamari to be to take up that appointment.
that's interesting.
And then I had to go back to Janjamari to take up another appointment.
Which was?
Governor.
Governor, yeah, I remember.
So
Your life really and professional are tied to Janjambore. You must be well known in Janjambore, of course.
Yes, of course. Janjamari is like home. It's like my second home.
So from Agric, how did the military came? When did that come?
Well, from Agric,
Agric,
I thought I had to do something else because it was no time for college. I think the college was selected before we entered, and I thought it was going to take too long for me to wait for the next college intake. Then I decided to go to Banjul, or get closer.
Okay.
To Banjul.
Banjul.
Then I went to the education department and said I wanted to teach.
Wow.
Anywhere in
the
Banjul, early 80s,
Yeah.
85.
That must be the era of Tony Blaines, the Hassan Jews.
Yes, somewhere like Kikotomane and others.
The Adelaide Sources.
And then you have
The Wujang has time, Bernard Mendy.
yeah, a lot many.
The Hassan Jews.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was posted to Krabela
Okay.
Junior Secondary School to teach agriculture.
On the Kekoto or James?
Kekotomane first,
Kekotomane, yes.
and then our Oba later. Kekoto left me there.
Yeah.
I was in the same class with Kekoto's son, Bakari. Bakari Mane.
I've not heard of him for a long time.
Yeah, and he would call me son.
Okay.
A bit radical at the time, and then I decided that I needed to do something else too. The army was coming, the army came.
Yes.
And I thought, well, why not join the army?
I see.
And that's when I tried to join the army, and I joined the army.
And then it was lucrative for people with O levels because
Yes, the army was not yes, it was okay if you had O levels, but if you had the required number of credits,
I see.
because you could remain a soldier for all your service. life.
Exactly.
But if you wanted to become a military officer, a commissioned officer, then you had to meet the criteria, and that means, in addition to all other factors, including health,
Fitness.
fitness, exactly, fitness,
Yeah, particularly.
in particular.
Yeah.
But you also have to have the qualifications to become an officer.
Exactly.
You know, which is some number of credits
Yeah.
in the O levels and
Exactly.
so on. There were many people who had O levels, but they never became officers.
Either they were not fit.
Well, so you must be fit to be a soldier. No doubt about that.
No doubt.
But you also must be able to pass what we call the CSB,
Yeah.
Commission Selections Board.
So
That-
most people stayed as non-commissioned officers.
Yes.
Because they couldn't pass those.
They couldn't pass those things, and some people were also unfortunately not given the chance.
Chanced. I see.
And that is how, what we call nepotism.
At the time, nepotism was.
Yeah, nepotism bred its ugly head in the army too, because like I said at the TRC, the army was also part of the country,
Yeah,
and it was an institution under the government. And what was happening within the
Other segments of the government.
exactly affects
affected
all
them.
other,
Yeah,
all other
Yeah, I
institutions.
could remember too. Then that was Banjul against people from the protectorate. Mostly it was like that. There wasn't nothing like tribalism. It was.
I try to avoid the word tribalism, actually.
Yeah.
But sometimes you cannot dodge it. You cannot dodge it. You cannot avoid.
But at the
Issues.
time, people said it was more like Banjul against the rest, or rather than this tribe against tribe. But like most of the elites who come from Banjul are the ones heading many institutions. So the people from the protectorate were kind of marginalized.
We inherited that.
And that was also in the army.
Yes, we inherited that in the civil service, and the police and the army. It
Yeah.
was like that.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, it was cleverly, done to look as if everything
it's
was normal.
I
But
see.
actually, it was real. It was there.
Okay.
So, and that is how, in fact, I was unable to get my commission for about 5 years.
Oh yeah. You said
Yeah, I was unable to get commission for about 5 years, and I would not say there was anything hard against me personally, but I was a little bit disgruntled. When, the initial service for a soldier, length of service for a soldier, I think it's still 6 years. In the chorus, after 6 years, you had the option to leave, or renew or prolong your service.
Exactly.
And I decided at some point that I was going to leave.
Okay.
I said I was going to leave because I did not see the need to continue as a soldier, because I knew I was capable of becoming an officer.
Oui.
And I made that opinion known even to the command.
To the command.
So fortunately, fate had it that I would become an officer. It was the British Army training team this time who intervened
I see.
and said anybody with the requisite qualification
Yeah.
is encouraged to apply for this. And you do not have an adverse record. Adverse record in service means regimental entry. Meaning if you were charged,
If you were
with an
charged of
offense,
misconduct, yeah.
that is a regimental entry.
That would be a minus.
Yeah, minors. Company entry is a minor offense,
Okay.
like we said, misdemeanor.
Yeah.
But a
regimental-
regimental entry means
that's-
something serious.
That's serious.
And I have none of that.
Okay.
So the British said, included me, they shortlisted me
I see.
because I'd always been saying, I will either do this or I'll move out of the army.
That
So
was
people
a-
saw it as arrogance. Why would you want to only become an officer and not a soldier? I said, well, I know what I'm capable of. You cannot pin me down. You cannot put my head down for something that it was going to be boring to become a soldier. If you have the capacity to become an officer.
I see.
Yeah.
So that's how you then were shortlisted and you passed the exam
I was shortlisted,
and was commissioned.
and then I was shortlisted for the exams. I remember we were 15,
15.
and we needed 3 positions.
Oh yeah.
3 positions were needed, 3 officer positions were needed at that time.
Yeah.
sort of proof that you're really capable, you have to be really, tough.
You have to be
tough notch.
top.
So that's what happened, and I passed top of the class.
Okay.
I became the first in my class.
Wow.
So what happened was, because civilians came in fresh from different departments,
Yes.
also wanted to become officers.
Yes.
I think there were 7, and the rest were soldiers.
Okay.
So the civilians were not the problem, because they were new to the field.
I see.
The soldiers, we had to compete more among
the soldiers.
ourselves.
I
So we
see.
had 2
Yeah.
from the soldiers and 1 fresh civilian,
I see.
making us 3
I see.
who passed that year.
And that was in 1990.
That was in 1990.
1990. Okay. All right. And that was after 5 years.
Yes, after 5
Serving
years.
as a non.
And
Was that normal? I mean, most people. Okay, if you go back, if you ask somebody who come from Banjul or some other connections, you wouldn't have.
No, I won't put it categorically so. No.
Okay.
I won't put it categorically so, because there are people.
So what were the impediments before the British came and gave the opportunity to you? What made you stay 5 years without being commissioned?
Well, you will apply and you'll be turned down.
I see.
You will not be shortlisted.
I
So
see.
if you're not shortlisted, obviously you cannot do the test. You cannot do the exam.
I see. That's understood.
So the shortlisting was the problem.
What's the problem?
So once the shortlisting came, it was,
was
then give people equal opportunity.
Opportunities. Yeah. Good. Now, then began when you were commissioned. Where were you posted?
When I was commissioned.
Yeah. Well, in fact, throughout your career, the beginning, when are you first posted? Where did you go? Which barracks? Farafenye, Basse, Kudang, Jundum, Fajara?
I never went to barracks. I was at the army headquarters.
At the army headquarters. Oh, since
I started that.
You started army
I
headquarters.
started. Well, sorry. Let me put it this way. My sojourn in the army as an officer was in the barracks first as a platoon commander, but very short. But then it coincided with the arrival of the Nigerians,
Yeah.
who took me to the army headquarters to serve as a deputy PRO, public relations officer. Then a Nigerian was heading,
I see.
and they needed a Gambian to understudy.
So it wasn't an accident that you became the military junta that took over later their spokesman. You had already had experience.
I had an experience not only as the normal PRO in the army. When the Nigerians left, I had to handle the situation briefly. And then I was also, at that time, I was the co-founder of the army newsletter.
Okay. Is that
Called
what they
Esprit.
call Awa?
Esprit de Corps.
Oh, it was
The
Esprit.
name must have changed now, but
To
it was
Aqua. They call it
Aqua.
Awa.
Ahua.
Ahua.
But it was Esprit de
Esprit
Corps.
de Corps.
Esprit de Corps first.
Ah,
I was
you were the founder of that.
co-founder.
I see.
I founded it with Sabtu Job.
Sabtu Job, of course,
Sabtu
I remember.
At the State House.
Yes, he was.
So we founded that newspaper, and I ended up being the editor
Yeah.
in chief
I remember
of
that.
that
Yes,
paper.
yes.
So I fulfilled one of my dreams of becoming a journalist.
And, at that time. I remember, yes.
Exactly.
So 1990 you were commissioned, and then, well, in 1990 actually.
No, I was in commission in 1990. I passed the course of officer cadet.
Yeah.
So there's a difference between cadet and officer cadet.
Officer cadet. Oh, okay.
I became an officer cadet,
Cadet.
but the rank,
Wasn't given.
I never put it on.
Ah,
What you call officer cadet is a white patch.
yes.
Hmm?
Yes. the
This
white
thing,
patch.
anyone you see with a white patch here,
It's an
is an officer. It's a soldier waiting to become an officer, pending overseas training.
I see.
So
that's what happened.
yeah, but I never put that on because
You never.
I had a slot very quickly. I had a slot to Sandhurst.
You played Sandhurst Military Academy.
Sandhurst Military College. That's where I went.
That was in 90?
1990.
1990.
1990. So it was very short for me. Orientation, the preparation, the travel, and so on. So never gave me the chance to put on. Because normally, as an officer cadet, before you have a slot outside, you would join the training school. You know, you will go and support.
Waiting for overseas training.
Waiting for
overseas training.
Exactly. Overseas training.
Okay.
So what happened? That's what happened. In
So yours was expedited, and
yes, exactly.
that's because you prove yourself to be so good or impressive to your seniors?
Well, yes, and
Again,
I thank God.
it was the British, huh?
The British started training team, so they identified me for Santos.
I see.
Because normally what happened, I don't want it to drag too long.
I know.
What happened was,
That's interesting.
most people will want to go to a shorter course.
I see.
You go to the US, Fort Benning,
Yes.
Fort Benning Military School.
Yeah. I know.
Within 4 or 5 months, you graduate, come back, and become a second lieutenant.
Ah.
But if you have to go to a military academy, you would have to go for 1.5 years or 2 years.
I see.
To become an officer, because then you have to go and become a proper, I'm not saying those who went to Americans, no, I'm not saying that because that's a roasting. Okay. But to become an officer, a regimental officer, you need to go to an academy, military academy. In Sanos, in Pakistan.
Pakistan, yes, there was.
Or West Point. We do not go to West Point most of the time. We do not. But Santos is famous. And Pakistan Academy. So.
And when the Nigerians came, the one in Nigeria, Kaduna, is it Jaji? Jaji, yes.
No, I don't think Jaji is a military academy.
It's a war.
It's a staff college and war college and so on. But those are.
Okay. So after San, 1990 has been an eventful year in the life of the military in the Gambia, because then ECOMOC, it was called, intervention in Liberia. Then you were in Sankos or you were here?
Preparation started for Liberia.
Yeah, that was in August 1990.
Around August 1990.
Yeah.
And I left. And I left for Santos in November 1990.
Okay, so maybe probably in preparation of that, that's why you escaped being enlisted.
Going to Liberia. No.
Okay, all right. All right, fast forward, interesting career, but then of course, the 1994 came, and then the military became something else.
Yeah, I graduated from Sanders in 1992, came back, and then went to the United States.
That is for the Fort Benning.
Yeah, Fort Benning. I went to Fort Benning because that is what is in order.
In order.
You have to have
Fort Benning first.
You have military academy first.
Yes.
And then officer school as a lieutenant. Fort Benning is a lieutenant course. So I went to Fort Benning.
So you went prior to the likes of Major Five?
No. They were seniors.
Senior?
Oh, yes.
Like
by far.
Like Kanteh?
Like Kanteh, yeah. They were seniors by far, yeah.
But you went before Jammeh, actually?
Jammeh went to Fort McLean or something.
Oh, but you went out before him?
Yeah. That was not a military academy. I think military police training.
Yeah, because he was more of a gendarme.
Exactly. Military police training he went for.
Okay. So it is from St. Benin, when you were back here, you took commandment?
From Fort Benning, no, when I came from Santos, I went to, I became a platoon commander.
Okay.
In one of the companies, Delta Company.
I see.
Then came the Nigerians.
Yes.
Then came the Nigerians, and they embarked upon the
massive
reforms in the army.
Yeah.
And
they thought you were scouts.
Yeah, they thought, but they found out pretty well that we were not scouts.
Okay.
We were in the same classes with their officers overseas.
Okay. Yeah.
Then they realized that because we knew the stuff to our fingertips.
Okay.
They came with that person. That's what they are told about us.
When they found
our political patrons told them that they would come and meet scouts, perhaps. I don't know.
But then they came.
But when they came, the reality set in, and they saw that these people are not scouts. These people are soldiers like us.
I see.
So they started reforming the army. When they came, the mandate was to bring a training team, not a command team, but they came with a whole package of command and training.
Was that part of the agreement with the PPP regime then, or
the PPP regime?
It just happened that the Senegalese had gone, so.
No, the PPP regime invited them for
training and commanding there.
No, training, not command.
How did they get to the command?
They came with command team, and the PPP regime said okay.
I see.
So They took over from Maba,
Maba was the last Gambian before they.
the last Gambian.
Ondau had already left.
Ndao had gone.
So they took from Maba.
They took over from Maba.
Colonel Dada was it the first one? Or?
Boubacar Dada.
He was the first one.
He was the first. I think he was the first and only.
Oh yeah, because it was said that this other guy did not get.
Wanabe. Wanabe did not make it because it coincided with the coup. Wanabe.
Rufus Wanabe, yeah.
It coincided with the coup.
Yes.
So there was no need.
I see.
There was no need
So
for.
it was only Dada that was left.
Only Dada.
Okay.
I remember there was a talk of war between Dada and Wanabe.
Yeah.
You know, Dada wanted to stay.
Yes.
Wanabe said, "Nah, he's the legitimate commander now."
Yes.
And in the midst of all that came July 22nd.
I see.
1984.
So Wanabe never get to.
No, Wanabe never
Take
get.
command.
No. He went back with his private jet.
I think what happened even when the military government changed in Nigeria as well.
Yeah.
I think that's almost have played a role because during Babangida's time, that was when Jawara and Babangida were very good friends.
Yeah.
Abacha didn't turn out to be a good friend of Jawara, I think. And most people think that if Babangida was there, I don't know, with your expertise and experience, if Babangida was still in power, would he have opposed the coup d'etat?
He wasn't going to find it easy to oppose it. He could have opposed it in theory, but it wasn't going to be easy because remember, the rule of President Jawara wasn't too hard, but economically we had problems.
I see.
And there was corruption, rampant corruption.
Yeah.
May God have mercy on his soul.
Yeah.
This is not personal.
I understand.
This
Yeah, there were
is-
perceptions.
Exactly.
Of yes,
It's not personal, but it's a government, and we have to look at
Yeah,
it
we
in
have to
perspective.
give a
So
fair
the
assessment,
public,
yeah.
exactly, and the PPP regime was definitely corrupt,
Unpopular.
very unpopular.
Yeah.
You know, because of its longevity.
I see.
30 years, 29, 30 years.
Yeah.
So people were fed
It
up. They did
overstayed.
not know
People-
exactly
yeah.
their mandate. Their
People, they
welcome.
overstayed too much.
Exactly. So everybody. So when July 22nd came,
It
you could
was
see
instantaneously popular.
exactly people rose to welcome the
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
soldiers.
Does it happen in many countries?
In many places.
countries,
You
even in
know.
Nigeria.
Exactly.
I see. So it wouldn't have been easy. Even Babangida wanted to restore Jawara, it would have been difficult.
It would have been difficult because also there was another factor, the Senegalese factor. The
Okay.
Senegalese factor, meaning they were not very comfortable with Jawara at the time. Imagine,
Yes,
imagine Abdou Diouf and Jawara,
Yeah, the
the
fallout.
politics of the Senegambia Confederation.
In 89 years, when
You know,
when they broke.
Exactly, when they abruptly and unceremoniously left the state house, the entire country,
Everything, yes.
and there was no security arrangement for the president.
I see.
It has to be a crash arrangement to secure him.
This is very impressive.
You know, so that shows that the Senegalese would welcome his downfall.
Exactly. And it turned out that the Senegalese regretted that.
And they regretted it, and just like Gambians regretted it. You know, but this is history.
Right. That's interesting. And history from what I would call horse's mouth. People who are authorities in this were always interesting. So yes, on the emergence of the coup d'etat, found you where?
Well, the day of 22nd July,
Yes.
I was in Jabakunda.
Njabakunda?
Yes.
You were off duty?
Well, no, I took permission to go bury my cousin, who died in Germany, and the body was flown in.
I see.
So I would have no reason not to appear there.
I see.
So I had to go.
You had to
I had to go and bury my cousin. Our two fathers, same father.
So
same
while
parents.
you were in Njabakunda,
While
I mean, at that funeral, then
that was on the 21st.
21st.
On the 22nd, I was at the first ferry in Banjul.
You
In
were in
Bara.
Njabakunda on Thursday, so Friday you were in. on the
Friday, first ferry, I was in Bara. So I had to cross.
You couldn't cross.
I crossed.
Or you crossed already?
Yeah, I crossed.
So you came into the middle of the storm.
I came in the middle of the storm, and there was no announcement yet, but there was troop movement. And
And you couldn't understand.
no, of course I did. I did
You had
understand.
prior knowledge.
Of course. I understood. And I saw. Of course I understood what was going on.
So the rumor about that you might have known about the coup was true.
I knew. Look, I was one of the original architects
Yes, that's
of
what
that coup. not.
Was it true that you, the senior officers, the Basiru Barrows, the Sonkos?
Call us junior officers. Because we were just lieutenants and second lieutenants. We were junior.
Yeah, but at least you were much senior than the Singates and the Jammes.
We were the same rank.
Sabalis.
The same rank? Yeah, the same rank almost.
But you senior them in the military?
Yeah, in the military you could senior somebody, but I mean, yes, by number. Yes, I was senior.
Of course, senior. And you were more prominent at the time, than the Singates and the Sabalis and the Jammes. In terms of, I'm talking about
my role as
profiles.
My role as PRO.
Your profiles in the army.
Yeah, I was dealing with the press. I was dealing with the public.
Yes.
I was everywhere. So I was known for that.
Okay.
And during independence celebrations and public gatherings of state, I take the mic.
Yeah, people like you had
higher
portfolio.
Yeah, but I mean, the military, that's something else. The military is different. So we were at par in the military as junior officers, lieutenants and second lieutenants. Our seniors were the captains.
I see.
Captains, majors, and so on. Very few lieutenant colonels. I don't think we reached the level of...
You never had that.
No, we never had generals in the army.
At the time,
no,
yes.
There were no generals.
I don't think there were colonels, in fact, was there?
One colonel.
I
think... No.
One was a major.
No, he was a major.
Major? Was a colonel, the Gambia?
Colonel. The colonel started with Babka Jatta.
Oh, yeah, then. So then there was no colonel at the time?
No, there was no colonel. Well, it was a small army. It was army.
I see.
Remember, we didn't have a navy.
Yes.
We didn't have air force. And we still don't have air force. But the army, navy, and air force makes the armed forces.
They were there nominally, though?
Nominally.
Because Antuman Sao was at
now, according to the constitution, it is the army, navy, and air force.
Yes.
That is what is called the armed forces.
But then they were there nominally.
Nominally, exactly. But
the Air Force, as far as the Air Force and the
that's what nominal. The name existed, and we were waiting to attain that status.
I see.
That point. But the Marine Corps served as the Navy. You didn't call it the Navy. We call it the Marine Corps.
Marine Corps at the time.
Gambia National Army Marine Corps.
I see. So you had prior knowledge about the coup. You came to Banjul Strait and then you found actual thing into play. But then, of course, the coup makers were away from the capital. They were somewhere across the bridge. How did you...
By the time I entered Banjul, they were already in Banjul.
Oh, they already stormed into the capital.
They were already in Banjul because the first one I saw was Edward Singate.
The first person you saw?
The first person I saw in a car going to the Marine unit.
When you were just coming from
when
the
I was
ferry?
just leaving the ferry, I saw Edward and then I followed him.
You were not in uniform?
No.
Okay.
I followed him to the Marine unit and then asked him. So, after all, this is true. He said, yes, it's true. What is this? Then he asked me. I told him where I was from. Then he told me Gambia was at the State House. I am here on a mission at the Marine unit, but if you go to State House now, you would meet Gambia.
You did not meet with any animosity from him?
Well, no. There was no animosity at the time. There was no animosity. Remember, Edward Singate, Basiru Barrow, Alagie Kanteh, myself, and Sana Sabali, and Sadibu Haidara were the original planners.
I see.
I think Haidara may not have been part of the original planners. So we knew each other, we discussed a lot, we wrote a lot together.
I see.
And then we had issues.
There were theories that you people wanted it to be delayed.
No, I would not have wanted it to be delayed because there was no sense in it. If you delay it and you are compromised, what happens?
You get arrested.
So that was not an option. Had July 22nd even failed, I was part of it. I was going to be treated the same way as Edward
because they would have known you were there in the first place.
Of course, I would be treated just like Ajame and Edward and Sana Sawari.
Yes.
So this is the point. So I would not have loved to see it delayed. There were disagreements. Between us.
As to who will lead or when you
No,
strike?
No, not when. But what happens after? What do we do immediately?
But you didn't agree on the leadership first.
No, the leadership was not agree because Jammeh was not in the
picture at the time.
No, he wasn't. So that's why there was no leadership contest. There was no leadership discussion, per se.
I see.
We went in on consensus that, yeah, we will do this. Then we will decide who was going to lead.
At that time, the military followed tradition of most senior.
Seniority, yes. Military follows...
In Nigeria and Ghana, they look at the most senior first.
Of the planners.
No, yes.
Yes, of course.
Such a person will take over.
Yes. Barrow was
the most senior at the time. And he was destined to be the leader.
I am not sure of that because I'm not too sure. We never discussed that. It wasn't discussed. The disagreement came when Edward Singate, out of nowhere, said, and he was seconded also by Sanasabari, that our senior officers were going to be executed.
Executed?
Yes, because that is what happens in some West African countries.
He said the senior officers who were not a part of the coup.
Who were not liked.
They were not liked.
If you are not liked, for example.
But they didn't put up any effort to...
No, this was part of the discussion. I am not saying this was part of what was discussed before the coup.
Oh, he said this would be executed.
And perhaps this and other few issues were the bones of contention between
some of
us and them. So we said that our course will look very bloody. We will not do that because this is a small country and we are not used to execution. We cannot. Once we start executing people, officers,
then that
would be very terrible. I think we have the opportunity to strike in a decent way
and arrest them.
Take over, arrest them, keep them until we are comfortable,
and then release them.
And release them, perhaps. But Edward kept pushing. He was adamant that we needed to do this, and I think also he also soon after the coup he went to Strasser, who advised him that he should not abandon that course because otherwise senior officers will become a threat to him. But that is history. So we disagree. So when I went to State House, I met Jammeh. He was there. I think he was quite paranoid. He wasn't sure what was going to come next. And this is why I respect Singate. He was absolutely composed. Singate was composed. He knew what he was doing. And I think at the very last minute also, I understand, before the boarding of the trucks, Jammeh hesitated a little, and it was Singate who pushed him and said, there's no going back.
And so did Sabali, we were told.
Yeah. So Jammeh came in.
So you mean Jammeh actually was encouraged and perhaps, made to continue because of the encouragement and pushing of Singate and others?
Yes.
Jammeh was not too sure.
He wasn't so.
I see. So when he became the greatest benefactor then of the coup d'etat, disagreements continued. I mean, you initially served as I think your first appointment was the governor, was it?
No, anyway, I did not. I wasn't part of the council.
Yes, at the initial stage, yes. Yeah. Until when the Sabalis and
the council
were.
No.
Oh, Ibu Jallo, was it?
No, I was there.
You were there then?
I was there before then. I mean, soon after the takeover, I think I even the first cabinet and the first council meeting as spokesperson. And I also chaired the first public meeting at the Independence Stadium, if you remember.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
So it shows that I was there earlier.
Yes.
But fate had it that I would soon be arrested.
Yes, you were.
And then kept in mail for 3 months.
Were you arrested at the same time as the Samsars and the Chams?
At the same time, not exactly the same time. I think they were arrested before me.
Yes, before yours.
Yes, but I met them at the...
But yours didn't last long as then. You left in...
Yeah, I left 3 months. 2 months and...
And all that is because of Singate's plan to keep, if not to execute, but at least to arrest them, the city officers, or people thought to be threats or something like that.
I don't think it was Singate alone. I think the entire council eventually agreed.
Decided that you people should
on
go.
The fact that senior officers should be kept at bay.
Kept at bay.
For this period of time until we know what. So that was the plan, and it wasn't a bad plan per se. What turned out to be definitely not okay in terms of human rights.
How did Basiru survive that up to November, 6 months later? Even he was supposed to be the coup leader. And when they decided to keep...
No, I will not say he was supposed to be the coup leader. I would say...
He was supposed to be more senior on it.
He was the most senior, but nobody said he was supposed to be the leader. Nobody said that.
Okay.
But he had opted out on condition that we would spare the lives of soldiers and officers.
I see.
Or most of the officers, or the senior officers. That was the disagreement. And I joined that camp.
His position was you should not execute.
No, non-execution. We were the, I will not say protagonists, we are the proponents of non-execution.
Of non-execution.
And we stood our ground and said, until this is agreed upon, we cannot go to bed with anybody who wants to take over the government. And so this is what happened. That was the difference. So I went to State House and met Jammeh, and he told me, yes, welcome, we have done it. I said, thank you very much. So we are all the same family. It's one family. Let's make sure it succeeds. And that's how I started.
So after your release, you were reinstated?
Yeah, after my release, I went back to the army.
As
the PRO of the army.
At what point did you become commissioner at that time? They used to call it commissioner.
Yeah, that was in 96. Yes, in 96.
First in
the West Coast.
West Coast.
West Coast region.
You succeeded Kaba Bajo?
No, I succeeded Sankumbaji.
Okay, when Kaba left Sankunke?
Kaba, I think a number of people came
after
and
Kaba
went,
left.
and then once Sankumbaji, the police came also. Then I took over from him.
Okay.
Then Press Gang took over from me. I was transferred to Sierra. When I was transferred to Sierra.
How long did you stay in West Coast?
This must have been 96, 97.
And then you went. And then you went to.
And then I went to Sierra.
Sierra, Georgetown.
That's when I said. That's why.
That's why you said. you went to.
I took
as a student, agric demonstrator, and now as administrator.
Exactly, three things: school, agriculture, regional governor.
Yes.
Same Janjamure.
Interesting. But then finally you served as commissioner of not bank division. I still call it division. I refuse to.
That was my last port of call.
And that was a very eventful time because that was the time you left the country.
That was the time I escaped.
You were rumored to be, or accused by, when you left, by the junta that you.
It was no longer.
It was no longer junta. It was they got elected. Well, in courts. If you ask the opposition, they said you guys rigged the elections and installed.
Well, it's the de facto, and the elections took place. So you cannot say.
But they said you people rigged the elections.
Who did not rig elections?
They said the junta.
The junta rigged the elections.
Yes, you were part of the junta.
Interesting. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
In 1996, 97 elections, that election was not rigged. Wasn't rigged. Yeah, it wasn't.
But I saw.
Massively. It wasn't massively rigged.
Okay, but
I
can tell you what I saw.
You saw.
Yes.
You will continue to see. Even today, you will see.
But if you say it was not rigged, I will disagree.
By today's standard, it wasn't.
Are you sure it can be as bad as what I saw in 96?
1996.
Yes.
1996.
96.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I saw.
It could have been rigged because elections in this country are rigged before the day of the elections.
The military was involved, publicly harassing civilians, opposition supporters. We saw all that.
I will agree.
In 96.
I would agree with that.
I saw that. Military soldiers carrying APRC flags and going all over.
Yes, also wrong.
And I saw ballot tokens spilled all over.
Really?
On the highway between Ker Ali and Ker Ayub and the Farafenni highway.
Why was that?
Well, obviously they threw opposition ballots. Marbles. It could only be opposition.
If you say that,
I saw it as a journalist.
I won't dispute.
Okay.
But as governor,
what are marbles doing on the road?
I had no idea. I had no information that happened.
Okay.
I was governor in Brikama.
I see.
And in Brikama administrative area, the Sierra, West Coast, Western Division, they call it, now West Coast Region. As governor, I did not see that happen.
I see.
Because then the deputy, what is called again? Telewa Johnson was the deputy.
Yeah, a PIEC.
PIEC.
Commissioner, yes. Bishop Johnson.
Provisionary
Independent Electoral
Commission.
Yeah.
Telewa Johnson, who later became the
He later became the
successor to this man. He was working with me. I was working with him.
Yes.
Foot to foot. And he never gave me any such complaints.
I see.
That there were ballot riggings and stuffings and deliberate mass, rigging and so on.
Discarding of...
Exactly, no, he never. He confessed to me that this was, to his surprise.
But you saw the involvement of soldiers openly harassing opposition supporters. Soldiers taking part in the whole electoral campaign.
Not what I saw at the time, or the information I got at the time, was that the regime or Jammeh wasn't comfortable with certain prominent elders in Brikama and the West Coast, including Alagie Kanteh, who he wanted arrested. He
almost arrested him.
Yeah, he eventually arrested him. He was almost arrested for whatever.
And you guys arrested Lamin Wajuara and kept him until after the election.
Lamin Wajuara, I wasn't there at the time.
He was in Janjambari.
I wasn't there at the time. I wasn't in Janjambari.
But you were in the military at the time. You were in the government.
Yeah, no government. I was not. Look, government is different. you know what government is.
Lamin Wajuara was arrested and kept until after the election.
Many people were arrested. No doubt about that.
You call that fair election?
No, it wasn't.
You said the election was to your knowledge, it wasn't very rigged. All those are rigging of elections. If you keep
the subsequent elections were more debilitating.
Again on the job.
Exactly. No, I agree with that.
Okay.
All I said was the 1997 election, 97 election.
Wasn't as bad
by comparison. Wasn't as bad as the subsequent.
Most people say that's where the trouble
started.
Well,
okay, maybe that's my perception, but I'm not trying to justify the fact that
if you ban people, if you ban people, if you ban people, strong contenders, eliminate them, and imprison others, ban political parties like PPP, even NCP, who was supposed to be innocent, was banned, Sirif Diba and others. And you call that election not...
PPP was innocent, you mean?
Well, NCP perhaps.
NCP.
Yes, there was no justification. Because Sirif Diba was never in part of Jawara's government. The reasons you people gave when you came to power, Jawara was rampant corruption, nangam. Sirif Diba had been the guy who had been propagating that well before you people.
Well, look,
you ban him because you fear.
Don't make me Jammeh.
No, you were there then.
Don't make me Jammeh.
So, we are talking about the election process. Anyway.
Well, elections, all right.
But Diba was innocent completely.
Diba could have been innocent. What happened was there was a ban on political activity.
Okay. But no, when it was lifted.
When it was lifted, there was selective justice. I agree with you. There was selective justice.
Exactly.
And those who posed more threat were eliminated. Yes.
So you can't call that election free.
No, I'm not saying it was free and fair.
But it was better than subsequent.
Better than subsequent. Because you know what happened.
I know, I agree.
Thereafter.
Yeah. So let's go back to Kerewan. On that fateful day.
Sorry.
Some people said you disappeared. Like what is his name? Bakausu. Bakausu the Marab. What is his name? So name again. Bakausu Fofana. You despair.
I disappeared really.
How did you disappear? Because we were told a contingent was sent to arrest you.
Yes.
How did you escape? You never told that story to anybody, is it?
Of course, I recounted it at the TRRC. But I will briefly, since it is a separate interview.
You disappeared like Bakausu.
No, I did not disappear like Bakausu. Bakausu has eyes, which I don't have in his mouth. He's full of eyes, and I don't have that. But the Ayatul Kurusius, so we all mastered the Ayatul Kurusius.
In his words, how do you despair then?
Well, no. I acted as a soldier.
That's right.
It was my training, but most importantly, faith, the protection of Almighty Allah.
Almighty Allah.
Who destined that today you and I will be sitting here.
Were you meant to be killed on that day?
I assume, yes, I was listed to be killed, yes.
Really?
By Jammeh, yes.
So it wasn't the case of go and arrest him, no?
It was in, because those who came to arrest me came with all their equipment. They were armed, they had handcuffs. And they were going to take me, and they brought my successor also.
Oh.
They brought
So
my
they
successor.
were ready to remove you?
No, yeah.
You thought you were marked for death?
Not did I think, I felt.
It was like that.
It was like that. And later I came to know
It was really...
what sinister plans were planned for me.
And what was supposed to be your crime? Planning a coup d'etat?
No, like, it's paranoia. You know,
Paranoia.
Jammeh wanted me out by all means from the military, which he succeeded in doing.
Oh, I see.
Because he said he was going to leave the army. Edward, the junta, were going to leave. And as a military governor, I was also going to leave. So I was forced to retire
You were forced to retire.
from the military
As captain.
at rank of captain.
Captain.
So I left, like all of us.
So he didn't, paranoia, he didn't trust you guys serving in the army. He didn't trust us.
I was no longer in the army.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say, why he forced you people to retire is to
Yeah, of
at
course.
least get rid of you people.
Of course, he needed yes sir, yes men. People who will say yes sir, do this, they go and do that.
Then
I was not going to. I was not like that.
he knew you.
No, he knew you, and I knew him.
Yeah.
But I'll give you one example. When he told me to go and arrest Imam Toure,
Yes.
we were on a campaign trail between somewhere in Kitty and Brikama, and then the issue came up. You know, as governor during the campaign, you are with the president in the same car, his car.
And that should not even happen.
Sitting-
That's why I told you election
sitting-
governor should not be there.
No, that's not
Election
it's-
campaign.
No, it's the it's be it election or
it must be some
any
other
tour.
tour, yeah.
Any other tour. The governor is the host.
Yeah.
So you are sitting side by side.
Yes.
Huh? He's on the right. You're on the left.
Left, yes.
So the Otley is on is at the back,
At the back.
and the ADC is in front.
Just in front.
So at some point, we talked about, you know, how this election could be to the benefit of the Gambian people. If they elect a PRC, what exactly we are going to do for the country. But he was all the time not comfortable with certain personalities in the country. He said he had news that Imam Kemo Ceesay, the late Imam, may Allah have mercy on his soul, had a visitor, a Mauritanian visitor or something, who was capable of turning the results in favor of the UDP or the opposition.
As superstitious as ever.
So, exactly, superstitious as
As
ever.
ever.
So he thought we should arrest him immediately.
So it was for just flimsy.
Flimsy. Yeah, but they ended up deporting the
Mauritanian.
The Mauritanian. You know, unceremoniously. And then Kemo Ceesay now is his turn to be arrested.
Wow.
So I was wondering what I was going to tell this guy, how we could avert
That situation.
the arrest of this guy. And then I was sure that I wasn't going to do it that way. I wasn't even going to do it.
Right.
So I was going to look for a way to dissuade him
To dissuade him from doing
from
going that
this
way.
idea. Become being a big place and become being a very critical
Very critical
place.
That would be controversial.
Touch one, touch all, and then as respected as Imam Toure.
Yes.
You just go and grab him in
Oh,
like that. At the time, I thought it was going to be. And
Outrageous.
so luckily, when he said that, somebody was very courageous there. Bajinka, the ADC, sitting in front.
The late Bajinka.
The late Bajinka. Oh, he saved me that day. So Jammeh usually, this bravado, he went up there waving, and then came down, sat down. Bajinka waited until he sat down.
And he told him.
Then he told me, Commissioner, I said, yes. Kanabula Mulkono, men Mitakara Muture arrested.
When Jammeh was there,
He was there.
he said that to you in front of Jammeh.
In front of Jammeh. And I was surprised about it. I think that was fate accomplished. When he said that,
You told Jammeh will be really angry about it.
no, I didn't. Yeah,
You thought that was very bold of Bajinka.
Very bold. Because I could have done that, but I didn't. At that time, instantly. But I was going to advise him privately. Not to. But Bajinka saved the day. When he came
he
up,
said it openly.
Openly, he told me. He told me in his presence.
Jammeh's presence.
Commissioner, I
And
said
never
yes.
take part in that.
Akonye kanabula mulu, never take part in.
But man na for munat I Canada.
Akonye ko you see that man? I said, yes. Moluma Joy Kensanke. People did not avoid him for nothing.
I see.
And when he said that, I saw
reaction of
Jame
Yes.
cringe. I saw him recoil, sort of, and I observed sweat.
Was he
coming
angry
down.
or surrendering?
He surrendered.
He was surrendered.
He surrendered. Then I had the ammunition now, to reinforce
I
Bajika.
see. Bajika's position.
Then I told him, I think this guy, your ADC is right. Never do
And
this.
Jame used to be afraid of great marabouts and great former mansas.
Yes, no, the thing is, he was going to do it anyway, and I think he did it also subsequently. He did
that.
But then
He arrested him with Wajwara.
Wajwara. But on that occasion, he didn't. He just didn't. Because of what we said to him, what Bajinka started, and I reinforced. I told him, yes, Mr. President,
Bajinka is right.
please do not try it. Because I know Brikama. Brikama is Gambia. Don't ever try
it's
it.
a very sensitive
Because in Brikama is where, the PPP, Jawara regime, PPP got its litmus test.
It was born there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The pipe-borne water revolt started in
Brikama.
And it catapulted and radicalized even we, the army officers. We saw it and it radicalized us. I said, but please don't do it. He didn't do it.
He didn't do it on that occasion?
No, he didn't.
Were there other scenes where you had to persuade Jammeh not to be excessive, not to be acting the manner he became known? Did you have to advise him on something?
Yes, on two other occasions. One was when he also said that we should arrest the Hyde Park Vu in Brikama. You remember the Hyde Park Vu?
Is that the M.I. Bojang?
Something than the Kaleng
M.I. Bojang
and others.
Malang
Aidas. He wanted us.
He wanted them arrested?
He also wanted them arrested. Then I was in the office. When the message came, I said, hey. No, at that time we could joke. We could share ideas. He wasn't a dictator. And yet, then I also tried to discourage him. I said, this place, I am here and I know the place. Please don't do it. You see, these people that you consider to be opposition may turn out to be your supporters. The people you consider your supporters may also turn out to be opposition. This is
exactly does happen, yes.
And it happens.
Politics like that.
Yes, that's politics.
Politics always like
But if you touch one, because the person is opposition, they will unite against you.
Against you. Then you.
And this is the typical place in Brikama, Bakau, Bunju, Burfoot. Touch one, touch all.
I see.
Then again I saw that. I said, yeah, you're right.
I see.
And he didn't.
At the time he doesn't disagree.
No, he doesn't disagree
at the
a lot.
time much, yes.
Then after the elections, you remember I was at the State House.
Yes.
With Western Division
people.
Elders.
Yes.
We went there to congratulate him.
Then you had the Khalifa Sanos.
Khalifa Sano,
Khalifa,
who was his father.
He considered him very revered.
Revered, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Khalifa Sano happened to be my father too, because Khalifa Sano, we got to know each other.
He was very instrumental. He was very influential.
I knew him even before the coup. So my communication with him was very easy. Soon after. Then we went to see him. We went to the State House to congratulate him. But what happened before even the election first started, Jammeh was mobilizing. He was mobilizing elders, headed by Khalifa Sano.
Khalifa Sano, yes.
Kitim Jiba and others. To hold secret meetings, mobilize because he was preparing. But outwardly, allowed, he would tell people, politics is dirty. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Yeah?
I will not contest with drunkards. I don't want liars.
He was secretly doing this thing. So one day, I said, let me test this. And then I told those people, hey, no meeting is allowed. But there's a ban on political activity. What are you meeting for?
Oh.
Yes.
You will cross Jammeh's line.
All of a sudden, telephone came. Said, Commissioner. I said, yes. These people, they are not on their own. They're with me. I said, I didn't know. Why didn't you tell me? He said, well, okay, I'm telling you today. If you want to know what they are doing, go and attend their meetings. That's when I went to Bufoot, Pakalifa Sano's backyard.
Okay.
That's where we went to do this meeting. Then thereafter,
Yes.
A purported, this thing was called, a meeting was called at the State House
Yes.
to meet him. Then the elders went there. That was the second meeting before the one we went to congratulate him. So when we went, they were supposed to attempt to convince him
To contest.
You are aware of all this?
Yes, that's when the fresh opinion leaders was coined.
Exactly.
They described the people as opinion leaders.
Opinion leader.
I remember.
I was the chair of that meeting.
Yes. They said opinion leaders.
Exactly. They said the opinion leaders.
Jao then had a column. He said, what opinion leaders? You call people whose opinion how do they represent? Interesting times.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we went, and then they were supposed to tell him, yes, Mr. President, Mr. This thing, we want to chairman, we want you to contest elections and so on. It was not difficult to convince him. So soon after, when it was his turn to talk, he said a few things. If it were not for your sake, I would not even want to do this, because this is not who I am. These are not my values. Politics is dirty. But Alie Memfo, Ngatale. You remember that?
I remember that.
Alie Memfo, Ngatale.
He had already died a long time ago.
We not rest.
He was a good politician.
Exactly, good politician. Shrewd.
It's very shrewd. Yeah.
So from that day on, we knew Jammeh was going to contest.
I see.
Elections. And the people of Bikama, the West Coast region,
They felt very disappointed.
No, they felt very satisfied, happy that they were the ones who went to convince Jammeh
yes, the people
to contest.
Yes, even Burfoot people were claiming credit for that.
Taking credit because of
Yeah,
Pakali
because they say it was Burfoot first. That
absolutely.
They told him,
Absolutely. So all that, I was there. I was in the midst of all that. So he contested. Then it became duty bound after winning those elections to go to him and say, congratulations. We recommended you. You won, so we are here to congratulate you. So we went, and then a lot of speakers. Pakalifa spoke, but measured.
Yes.
And the chiefs.
He was a very respected man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The chiefs who spoke, some of them, from the Phonies especially, were very, very, very
outlandish.
Yeah. I mean, that's the
They're
word.
talking.
Yeah. We beat them. We showed them who we are and things like that. And then congratulations was not the distance. So they said if they misbehaved, that and that. And then that was a time I broke the ice, because I told him, President-elect, that he wasn't sworn in. I said, President-elect.
Yes, sorry about it.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I said, Mr. President-elect.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember this, but GRTS should have it.
Yeah.
In record.
Yeah, you address him.
I address him. Yeah. I told him, Mr. President, yesterday you were a military officer like
Today,
me.
Yes, I remember that. Let's see.
You were a military officer like me.
Yes.
We would joke, we would even wrestle.
Yes.
I remember
this.
But today, God has placed you,
Yes.
over the entire country.
Yeah.
So you are no longer a small man.
Exactly.
Please treat all Gambians.
And be compassionate. I remember all this. You are right.
Please, the opposition are not enemies. They are Gambians. They are part of you. You are their leader. Whether anybody likes it or not, today, you are the leader of this great country. Treat everybody like members of your family. You cannot have all of them agree on one thing at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think that resonated with the entire country.
At the time, yes, I remember that very
That
well.
is-
Everybody praised you.
Yeah.
Really.
That
I remember.
resonated a lot. And I
Yeah.
took pride in that, that I was able to tell Jammeh finally
Yeah.
that it is time to work, and to work very hard, and to show compassion, and to show tolerance where tolerance is necessary. Intolerance with wrongdoing, but tolerance with society, the Gambian people, because after all, they are the reason you are there.
One would wonder how much of that advice did Jammeh heed? Needed.
Eventually, no, because power corrupts, absolute power corrupts.
corrupts.
Absolutely.
People want you to go back to how you escaped from Kerawat. You said you didn't disappear like.
You think we have this?
No, we are going to current affairs. We are going straight to current affairs after you conclude that. Yes.
Okay, in Kerawan they came. DNA officers came with my successor.
Who was the successor?
Suleiman Keta.
Suleiman Keta.
One Suleiman Keta was my deputy in Brikama.
I see.
So they brought him along.
Maybe he didn't even know what was happening.
What he knew.
He was just been told.
He knew.
He knew.
He was told where he was going and what he was going to do.
Okay.
But funnily, inside the car, they were also talking. They were also talking, and he must have overheard them.
Okay.
In their discussions, what they plan to do. And that was my assumption.
He knew them.
Because
they didn't mean well.
Exactly. So because when they came, they bumped into the office very unceremoniously. They didn't care about the police orderly that was standing there. The secretary that was also at this office, they even greeted them. They just came, boom, entered the office. You know, I think it was Fodebari, their leader, who came with a letter, placed it on top of the desk, and placed his foot on one of the chairs and said, "This letter is for you." I said, "Yes, what is the letter about?" Then he hesitated a little before saying that, "Well, you will read it, but you've been removed because you are promoted. You know, you will go to Banjul with us. You are promoted to become a minister." Which ministry?
He didn't say.
I knew that was not the way to promote somebody.
Yes. Suddenly, you don't stump into somebody.
You don't stump into a potential minister's office.
No. You come in another manner.
In another manner. So I was going to be very stupid to not to know that.
Not to smell the rat.
Smell the rat.
Yeah.
So this was it. Then they said I should hand over immediately to Suleiman Keta. How could I have handed over under those conditions? No. Handing over does not take place like that. Then I said, "Okay, but you will have to leave my office and go and sit where the secretary is, or somewhere. The secretary will show you where to sit."
You told Fodebari that?
Yes. No, Fodebari, fortunately, had left with their car.
Okay.
To Farafenye, perhaps. For what reason, I don't know. Yeah. And this is where I am not sure if I have to blame Fodebari for his arrogance or not, because he knew what was at stake, but he decided to leave, and with their car, leaving them there, he went away. Excuse me.
He even left with their car. So you were debating if actually he knew the plan was to bump you off.
Yeah.
By removing the car.
Yeah.
By
acting that way.
By acting that way.
Yeah.
He was either removing himself from the scene
or trying to prevent them.
Support or prevent them.
Prevent them from
carrying out.
From being able to
do that.
Seamlessly, carry out that mission.
So you wonder whether he was a foe or a friend. I see.
I must be very genuine here. Yeah. I'm not going to accuse him of being part of he was doing a duty, although he did it arrogantly. Yeah. But was it a mask? Was it a mask? Yeah. Was he interested in seeing me harmed? Yeah. Or not?
Maybe he behaved that way in front of them so that they wouldn't suspect that he was sympathetic to them.
Exactly. So he left in the car, but I didn't know where he was going and he didn't tell me. He just left. Then it was Drame, I think one Drame, one Kiam, one, I don't know who, I don't remember them. Then they said we were going to Banjul. I said, "Okay, then go and sit there and wait for me. I will hand over to Keta." But the way I saw Keta look at me, whenever I glance him, our eyes meet. Whenever our eyes met, I observed Keta wasn't happy.
He's not happy.
No, he wasn't happy.
He wasn't.
Keta was definitely. You were going to take over as governor anyway.
Yes.
He was deputy governor in Brikama. He was going to become governor or commissioner. And the guy wasn't happy at all.
Maybe the circumstance, or like you said, he overheard something.
No, he must have overheard them discuss something, and he knew it wasn't going to be nice. So I knew there was some sinister plan. Then I also had to like I said at the commission, as at the TRS.
Yes.
I was going to utilize my sixth sense.
Your military.
Yes, we said that in the military. Sense 6. I was going to utilize my sixth sense, with the help of God, to escape. So there were NIA officers. I'm a trained military officer. I have to see. I wasn't armed, but I was going to see how best I could escape. The windows were sealed. The window was sealed. It's burglar proof and so on. How could I jump? And even if I could, I would not.
You could
try it because that was embarrassing.
And they would have get yourself killed because they would have.
God shot me.
They would have shot you.
So I said, okay, I had to do something. What is it? I had to play my deception plan, to make it look as if I was eager to become a minister. And I said, really? Your leader came here and said I was going to be promoted to a, do you know that? Can you just guys tell me sometime? Then one of them said, of course, yes. That's the case.
Wow.
Congratulations.
You appeared, you
and I didn't panic. Yeah. I didn't show any sign of panic.
Of panic, yes. Instead, you seem to be somebody very happy.
Willing to take any instructions from them. Then I saw them relaxed, starting to relax.
When they are saying
it was then that
I
asked the secretariat to prepare them something to eat, some food, some drinks, some maraba along the way. So they were eating maraba and things like that. So I said, okay, step 1 has been achieved.
It's Baribukaman. Where is Baribukaman? So you get them to busy, enjoying themselves.
No, I needed them to relax. That they needed. I needed that. To assure them of my willingness to cooperate with them. I couldn't go confrontational. I couldn't go confrontational. So once they were convinced that I was ready to cooperate with them, that was the time they also started relaxing, and becoming a little bit humane. A little bit humane.
Yes.
Then the humanity came into them. Say, okay, anytime you're ready.
Oh.
Then I called them again and said, come here. They came. I'm here with, this guy you brought, this deputy. He said, it was my deputy in Brikama. They said, yes, he told us. I said, okay, he knows the job. I don't need to do anything for this guy here immediately. So the only sensible thing to do is for me to go with you. Let's go. And then I will be coming here if he needs me to support him or write or phone him, in case there is any difficulty.
Wow.
And they relax even further.
Yeah.
So let me prepare myself. Then I told the driver to go get fuel because they were counting. I said, you're going to travel in my car? They said, yes, okay. Then let's get fuel.
Yes.
Then the driver went to Era Council to see if we get some fuel from
fuel, yeah.
Well, of course, we had coupons, nonetheless, but you can't get fuel from anywhere except.
But the driver didn't know anything of your plan at the time.
He suspected. No, the plan not, but he suspected that he knew not everything wasn't right.
But your escape plan, he didn't know at that time.
No, he didn't. He had no idea.
So he went to look for fuel.
He went to look for fuel. Then I told my police outlet to come in, and go with me to the house so I could put my house in order, brief my family, and tell them what was going on, so I could also feel more at ease. Then I went with the police officer. I told them, follow me, let's go. Halfway, if you know Kerawan, halfway between the office and the house.
And your residence.
And my residence.
Yeah.
One of them said, and that was the game changer, one of them said, no, it's your private place. We will wait in the office.
Wow. One of the people who came to arrest you?
Yes.
They said, oh, this is your private place?
Yes, we will wait for you.
Wow. And that's the turning point.
That was the turning point. That was when everything, God said, this was going to be the plan. Because, hey, to be true, to be candid with you, I had no plans in the beginning. I said the plans, I will leave to God to develop my plans for me. I would develop. Anything that came into my mind would be seconded by something even more sophisticated plan. And eventually, this came, they said they would wait for me. My briefcase was where my passport was, my identification and everything was, always standing by it. I took that to my wife, hey, look, something went wrong and I'm leaving the country.
Your wife was in the house?
In the house. I told the driver, he came back and said he didn't get fuel. I said, no problem. You have coupons? He said, yes. We will go to the then it wasn't breached. We would go to the riverside to get fuel.
But how did you leave the house? Because they're supposed to be in front of the residence, or they went back to the office?
They went back to the office. The residence, if you know.
Yes. I think it's
shared
it was renovated.
Yes, renovated, newly built.
Newly built.
Built.
But the same. Yeah.
Behind the house is a shrub of trees. Shrub of trees.
That's still there. When I go back to Kerewan, I will.
I don't know if it is still.
I know the current governor. We call him Father Buji. I'm going to Father Buji. Can you show me around?
Exactly. So the fence said there was a road, a laterite road.
Okay.
That is sometimes used by cars trying to this thing.
Okay.
So I told him, you know what? Park the car there, right there, and wait for me. And that's where he parked the car. When I was ready, I told one of the workers to go and bring all of them, the domestic workers, all of them to come to the sitting room and wait for me. I was going to brief them. I was going to tell them. I did not want them to see me scaling the fence.
You.
So when I knew that all of them were now in the living room.
In the living room.
They did the curtains that nobody would be able to see.
Yeah.
Then with my briefcase, and I scaled the fence. The fence was not tall. I scaled it. Kasim, the driver, was there waiting with the car.
Yeah.
As soon as I jumped, I entered the car and said, when I say stop, stop.
When I say go,
when I
you
say
go.
go. Never stop if I don't. He said, but there's no fuel. I said, let's go to the riverside. We went to the riverside. We emptied our coupons there.
Really?
For a full tank. We didn't care anymore how much. Just give them for a full tank. And then we came back again. They were still sitting in the office.
Waiting for you.
Waiting for me. And that's how we went to this thing.
The zigzag road. You know the way out.
I know. I knew my way out.
Since Java Kunda days, you know how to get to Senegal.
How to get to Senegal. So that's how I left Gambia in the north side.
And that was in 2000. Which year?
June 2000.
June day?
June.
Which day? You must remember that day.
June 20th.
28th June 2000. The year 2000.
The year 2000.
Wow. Interesting. And since then you've been away until when did you come back to the Gambia?
I came back to the Gambia. I was going and coming.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going and coming.
Not during Jamba's time?
No, of course not. Never.
So you never came from 2000 up to 2016 or 17?
17. 2017. I came back. Started coming. Did the last 4 years, and I decided it's
stay
enough. Now I have to.
You're staying now currently in Nyomi now?
In Nyomi.
So let's fast forward now, okay. When you didn't go quietly in exile, you were very prominent in some of the campaigns and awareness about Jammeh's atrocities and stuff, not so?
Yeah.
You led this campaign from Switzerland, where you were.
Yeah.
You finally were granted asylum in Switzerland.
Yes, I was granted asylum in Switzerland.
Yeah.
And then, apart from having to settle down with my family,
yes,
it was also a duty to ensure that my country was free from dictatorship.
Yes.
So I had to be part and parcel of any struggle efforts that would oust the president.
Yes, you become very
I was very
prominent.
vocal.
When you left, what was the official announcement, or they just kept quiet?
No, they announced.
That you
They announced that I had escaped and I was dangerous.
that anybody who shelter you.
The usual template.
Yes.
so
And you are very good at writing such things yourself.
No, of course not. I never wrote any such thing.
You never wrote this one.
No.
But you knew how the wording would be.
That was a template.
Your own template.
No, they are template. Of course. So really, that's why how I. They said, okay, we will. First they came looking for me in Dhaka, blah blah blah. I was in Porokhane first for a week, and then
in Porokhane.
In Porokhane, yes.
That's where the Marabou's mother supposed to come from, isn't it?
Yeah, Mam Jarab.
Sharing Tuba's mother. Oh, I know that village.
Yeah, it's part of our.
It's not far from
Jawakunda.
Not far.
Yeah,
it's not far from.
Yeah. Pre-colonial,
pre-colonial,
Ndofane, Nyoro, Mamunder.
Nyoro,
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, pre-colonial, we were
Nyoro
together.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
they were our farms. So when colonialists came, they portioned this thing, Senegal, Gambia. So we are the same. So I was there for a week. You know.
They come looking for you.
Yeah, they came looking for me.
In Borhan.
In Borhan. They were not welcome. You know, because then.
Then you had already told the security about it.
Yes, I told the security, I told the Marabous, you know, what was going on. I had cousins there also who supported my listing, so my escape. Then after 1 week, I went to Dakar. But when they came to know that I was in Porokhane, they came, but then I was already in Dakar.
So they came the second time maybe to kidnap you.
No, because they had information now that I was in.
And that was in Porokhane. Yeah.
I don't think they could have done anything.
They couldn't, because
you know,
there was another country.
Exactly, that's a sovereign country, and at the time, the relationship between
was not.
You know,
Wad and him was.
It was terrible.
Yes.
That was a bonus for me.
So you went to Dakar. When did you get to?
I had to be in Dakar for a long time. I think I was in Dakar for about 1.5 years.
Oh, really?
I was in Dakar
Before you get resettled in
before I left Dakar to. Because in the beginning I wasn't convinced that I had to leave. I wasn't convinced that I had to leave Dakar. I was thinking that I could stay in Dakar and wait for the outcome of the elections or whatever.
Okay.
And then I was prepared to jump into any bandwagon to make sure Jammeh was president.
You want to become like other Gambian dissidents.
Yeah, exactly. So I stayed there for that. But then when it became clear that it was not in my benefit to continue to live in Dakar.
Yeah, it's going to be a long struggle.
Then I left. I left for Switzerland.
Okay. Interesting. So fast forward, you came back in 2017, and you followed the.
But let me tell you what I did.
Yeah.
Because I need to say this. During my interview, during my testimony at the TRRC, I did not say that, and that is important to know.
And what is?
I had an organization called the National Resistance Movement of the Gambia.
Wow.
NRMG.
The Uganda was a very stylish.
Yeah, we named it as NRMG, National Resistance Movement of Gambia.
That's different from Uganda.
No, Uganda. Then Museveni was very famous as a revolutionary and also as a guerrilla.
Yeah.
So we thought naming our organization after that would give us more impetus. So we named, some of the members were Pamodu Ann, myself, and others.
Pamodu Ann, the soldier?
The soldier, yeah, he's in the United States. So he led the organization the first few years. Then I took over from him. You know, what we did was, and this coincided with the arrest of the opposition leader, Dabo. I don't know which year was it, 2012 or whatever?
You mean the 2016 arrest? Or?
Yeah, he was arrested when he was arrested. Yes.
Yeah, 2016.
It was arrested in 2016.
Yeah.
Was it? Was he arrested before?
He had always been arrested.
Exactly. But on one of the occasions,
yes,
I mobilized my team to go demonstrate at the ICC.
Oh yes, I followed that ICC.
International Criminal Court.
Yeah. I followed that. I think I followed it. Or threat of it or news about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was my organization that did that. So we converged on the ICC to demand the immediate arrest of Dabo. And
release of Dabo.
Release of Dabo and his lieutenants from prison. And for the ICC to look at the Gambia problem,
situation,
the situation of our country.
Was it a time of our sister Fatou Tambedu?
Fatuma Bombinsuda.
She was there.
She fled. When we came, she fled.
She left?
She left the office. So
she came under criticism for ignoring people's call. But she had always said the crimes in the Gambia didn't reach the threshold.
I watched the interview.
Which she later perhaps.
Yeah, with Tim Sebastian, the British BBC correspondent.
Yeah.
So, but in a nutshell, we took the Gambia's case as an organization for the first time to the ICC. We wrote a petition and delivered it right inside the building of the ICC.
I see.
And gave it to them. And came back and continued our demonstration. That was the NRMG that did that.
Yeah, you were very prominent in the... But then you saw the process that led to the change.
Yeah.
You know, Dabo was arrested again. Subsequent to that, there was, or rather prior to that, there was the case of Solo Sande, who was arrested and beaten to death, as it happened. Then Dabo and others were sent to prison, 3 years. There was talks about opposition coalition. It came into being, and when Adama Barrow was elected.
That was the catalyst.
Yes, it was a catalyst.
The arrest of Dabo.
Yeah, became
the execution of Solo Sandeng. The beating of UDP supporters, UDP demonstrators. You know, the officials.
Yes.
And yeah, that was the catalyst. And then elections came, coalitions were built based on party size and whatever. And the UDP's candidate, Adama Barrow, became president.
Yeah.
And not without support from the diaspora, not without support from the Gambian public, materially, morally. So we came out massively to support this change.
Absolutely, people in the diaspora at that time.
Exactly.
So, in retrospect, if you look back, as somebody who lives in the diaspora, who have seen the struggle, you know, up to now, if you were to reflect, because if you talk to government now, depending on which side of the political divide they are, but then there are people who, you know, respected people like you, who are not in, you know, right now into active politics, but may have a strong opinion. If somebody turns to you and said, Mr. Kanteh, how do you think the country, to describe the country's direction, giving all this history and giving all the hopes, you know, and the rhetorics and the programs that have happened over the last 8 years since Jammeh was kicked out?
9 years, almost 10.
9 years. What would you say would be really your perspective?
Look, I don't want to mince words here. As far as I am concerned, I think it is a very unfortunate situation for our country. The election of Barrow was a referendum on Jammeh. Not the love of Barrow for Barrow, for Barrow's intellectual prowess. No. It was a referendum on Jammeh. That brought about Barrow's election, President Barrow's election, ascension to power. But what we have ended up with is Jammeh.
Oh, I like that. You said Barrow's election was a referendum on Jammeh.
Yes.
But what we end up now is Jammeh back in Kansas.
Of course, Jammeh is back. We know when Jammeh was here, he told us during the numerous campaigns that he was going to be here for 1,000 years. You remember that?
But he's not here. How can
he's here. He told us he was...
You will have to explain. Jammeh is in Equatorial Guinea. He's far removed from the sea.
Jammeh is in Equatorial Guinea. He is not likely to come back here, but Jammeh is here.
Okay, explain.
Because,
explain.
And when he metaphorically said he was going to be here for 1,000 years.
He said 1 billion years.
1 billion years. Thank you. It's still working. Because when we voted in President Adama Barrow's office, we expected fundamentals to be taken care of for the Gambian people. And what were those? We expected him to respect the 3-year gentleman's agreement with the opposition coalition, which never happened. We also expected him to honor the 2-term, failure of that. We expected him to respect the 2-term mandate of presidency, which also never happened. And the biggest blow today is that Barrow is in bed with Jammeh allies.
Barrow is in bed with Jammeh allies.
Jammeh allies.
Yes.
Corruption is endemic. Malpractice is endemic. Inefficiency, nepotism, and in fact tribalism.
Really?
We have seen all this. Yeah, I do not belong yet to any political party.
Yes.
I am an independent observer, and I have been observing from far and near. And I thought that when philosophers say a society is not broken because of the actions of bad people alone, but also because of the inaction of good people.
Indeed.
When good people are silent about injustice, then it persists.
Yes.
And that is why I am here. I think I have a role to play.
Yeah.
to continue to push for change in this country, because what we have is not what we fought for. It's not what we bargained for in 2016-17. The corruption is not less. Inefficiency isn't less. Cluelessness isn't less. And we have all this combined. And then you have intellectual dishonesty at its height. People who know, and they think they know, are the people misleading us in this country for their personal interest.
How do we go about this to address this?
Well, vote the system out and place in another system, a more serious system that will address our needs as a people, but not to continue with this for another 5 years. It will be a disaster.
If we say he didn't keep to his promise, his supporters' defense of that is that it is his masters in the UDP who torpedoed that process by pushing everybody out and saying the man could go for 5 years, and in the process he began to be more ambitious than 5. So
right.
The argument they put forward is that was caused by his mentors in the UDP. That was the challenge for that. I will tell you what they say about the term limit also.
All right, I don't know about the time limit.
So what they say about
they said about the time limit. But I'm
I will
aware.
tell you what they said about it.
But I'm aware. Let's take this.
Yes.
I'm aware of Dabo's comment.
Mm-hmm.
The opposition leader Dabo's comment
Yes.
that anybody who insists on Adama Barrow leaving the office below 5 years would be doing the wrong thing, and he would be prepared to take it to court. I heard about that.
Yes.
And I think that was wrong.
Yes.
We must call a spade a spade.
That was wrong.
That was wrong.
And that's people said that's where the trouble started.
Yes, the trouble could have started there. And I have no hesitation criticizing Dabo for that. That was too premature, and I think that was also wrong.
The late OJ said that was what destroyed the coalition.
It could have destroyed the coalition because with his moral authority at the time, a Mandela status perhaps, coming just then out of prisons, meeting the coalition also formed and things were rolling. He could have even rejected any position in government and stay behind the scenes and advise Mr. Barrow to say, please stick to your commitment. Please stick to the 3 years. Let's see this through. You will become a respected Gambian leader. And even if you had wanted to come back, just like Tumani Ture did in Mali,
would have been easy.
that could have been very easy. And it was
Olusegun Obasanjo.
Obasanjo could have been easy. Dabo could have played this role. But UDP will not agree with me on this. They will not agree with me on this. Yeah. But I'm sorry, it is not a criticism against Dabo. But what I am saying, this is my opinion about what Dabo's role
should have done.
Post-election. He could have done this, but he didn't. And instead, he emboldened. He emboldened
Barrow. But Barrow too cannot. Well, some analysts said Barrow too cannot escape from being blamed for betraying or not keeping his own word. Because no matter how the influence of Dabo, if he had wanted to keep his word, most analysts said he would have kept his word.
But how could he? The thing is, how could he? I know he wasn't sincere about whatever he said about relinquishing power 3 years.
Well, you knew that, and he was not sincere about it.
No, I knew he was sincere about it.
People believed him up to the point when Dabo said this, what he's said to have said.
I didn't believe him, and that is ascertained now, because not only is he refusing, did he refuse the 3 years? He also refused 5 years.
Yeah, he became to be more ambitious than
so that's clear.
What Dabo and others were.
Exactly.
Okay, so he's equally to blame for
not equally. The blame is 90% his.
Okay. About the 2 terms, I mean, they said they brought in. He said he's a very good fan of 2 terms, a term limit.
Mr. Barrow.
Yeah, he said it. He said he's a very good fan of term limit.
Yes.
He said he brought it in the Constitution. All right, the initial one. But then, of course, they wanted him to leave from that term. When the Constitution came to be, that would be his last term. He thought that was unfair to anybody, not only him, but any sitting president. You just come with the Constitution, and they tell you that, well, Listen, the day this constitution come into force should have counted as your first term. Him and his people felt that was unfair to anybody. It could have been anybody. And then they allegedly, and obviously it was apparent, they instigated their majority in the assembly. At the time they said they had no MP, but we saw MPs who defected from UDP to support their agenda, and they kicked out that document. And then he brought out an order, this time with term limits, and his people said the opposition kicked that out. So that's what happened. The people always wanted, when this is said, people always wanted, they wanted this to be translated into English. If the drummer himself hides the drumstick, there will be no drumming. There will be no drumming. Because the drumstick will never be seen. So that's it.
Just to digress, during my TRC presentation, I said in my final remarks that we all have a duty to ensure dictatorship does not rear its ugly head ever again in this country.
You said never again.
Never again, it's the mantra.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now we are seeing the tendencies of dictatorship. Not the mass arrests and incarcerations and tortures and things like that.
Yes, certainly we don't have that.
Exactly.
So you and I can talk about things freely here.
But hey,
we don't have to do what you
but
did
why
in
don't you
Caravan
allow? Why don't you allow civil rights people to demonstrate freely in the street?
Yes, that's
how does it harm you? Look, if people demonstrate, they put out their anger, their frustration. That's a constitutional right. You are telling them they should go to the police and obtain permit. Is that not an archaic law, colonial archaic law that says that you should go to the police and obtain permission? That's executive.
By keeping the law up to 10 years after it caused the disaster. In fact, ironically, it is the circumstances from that brought you to power.
That brought you to power.
Yeah.
So it's a campaign promise reneged upon. Campaign promise reneged upon. Because power is sweet. And that's why we must not relax. We must ensure that we remind them that it is not the power, it is not power that we voted for. We voted for responsibility. We voted for patriotism, and we voted on trust. And these are the things to be respected.
We voted not for somebody to enjoy the trappings of power and then said, well, it is my trophy.
It's tempting. It is quite tempting.
It's tempting it takes a strong man to resist the trappings of power.
It does. But you don't have to be strong. You have to be sincere.
Sincere.
We do not have a problem of strong men. We do not have a problem of educated men and women. We do not have a problem of all this in this country. What we have in shortage is sincerity. Because we tend to believe that we can keep power forever. Nobody keeps power forever. A day comes when you'll be ex-somebody.
There's no doubt that will happen.
A day comes you'll be ex-somebody. And this day you must prepare for. And that is the legacy. Are you who you said you were going to be? Yes or no? No. And why? I said then that there would be people who would surround you. That was my last remark, final remark. There would be people who would surround you.
You told Jammeh that day.
I told Jammeh, and I told the Barrow also on that day, subsequently, that these people that I describe as sycophants,
yes,
will surround you for their personal interest, and they will tell you what you want to hear, only what you want to hear, because that is their interest. But they are going to spoil your legacy.
And Barrow is very interested in leaving a strong legacy. He himself has said he wanted to leave a legacy. But then, I mean...
If wishes were horses,
the beggars were.
Beggars would ride.
But what do you make of his declaration at some point that's, or let's say his justification of trying to hang on to, or trying to go for another election, when he said, well, I had wanted to leave, but my party is too new, and if I leave now, the party may have problems of staying. Actually, want the party.
Or is this about him?
He said that.
Or is it about him or about the country?
It should be about the country.
If it is about him, then that's okay. But it's not supposed to be about him. It's supposed to be about the country. So if it is about the country, then there should be nothing. Nothing should stand in the way between him and sincerely exiting that position and creating a legacy to say that no one will ever go beyond 10 years in this country. So that would have been very good. So it's not about him. The people who are telling him not to, they know why they are doing that.
So you mean he should have known that his best interest is served by leaving a legacy? Said, look, I am going. No matter what you think of me, I am going. So you mean the people that surrounding him would not let him do that because of their interest?
They will not let him do that because they know he doesn't want to do that.
Macky Sall eventually was forced to do that.
Yes, he was. He was forced.
He experimented with the idea of going for a third term, even after saying himself that he wouldn't go. But then later on he said, you know what? I had myself said I would go, I should have gone, and I will go. His people were enormously disappointed.
Because there was pressure.
But he was bold to do it.
There was pressure.
There was pressure.
Unprecedented pressure.
Pressure.
On him to quit.
But eventually he quit.
Of course he quit.
So, sir, you think, if you compare to Mr. Barrow, he's not too late now. Well, of course it's late, people will say, because he had said he will contest.
He's on the ballot.
But do you hear people still twaddling about the idea that he may not contest? When you hear that, what do you say? Even every day NPP people are telling us he's our candidate, he himself saying, I will wrestle with Mr. X and X. You hear people saying the sidelines, no, we don't think Barrow will contest. Sometimes when I hear that, I say, wow, which matter? Well, I don't want to go.
Well, we are waiting to hear from him. He is not to suspend the people, keep people in suspense. We are yet to hear from him as to whether he is going left or right. It is left to him. The onus is on him. The ball is in his court to tell the Gambian people what he intends to do by now.
But don't it's too late now, because
I think it is.
With all the preparations that
I think it is.
It's too late.
That's why I said he's on the ballot.
He's on the ballot already.
Yeah.
What do you make of the alternative groups? You know, there is the UDP, there is the older ones. There is DOI. Not much had been heard from DOI anyway. But there is the new ones, the breakaway UMC from UDP. There is the old PPP going to. I think they've been around so many leadership now. They must now feel dizzy. Others have gone to. Others from the PPP are in Gambia for all. New movements as recent as a few days ago, we had IEC to certify a new movement, AIP, so many movements and groups. In fact, they said 22, is it?
There will always be, and I think that's not the end of the list. But I can tell you something, for sure. And what that is that the Gambian people are still not yet ready for system change.
They're not yet ready?
For system change, no. Because we are already within the confines of rules of one system.
What's the system?
Winner take all.
The winner take everything.
Winner take everything is the system. The system is not transformative. The system is something different.
The electoral system, you mean?
Yeah, not the electoral system, but the political party system.
Okay.
The electoral system is one thing. The political party system is another. And I don't think the political parties are well prepared, because I've always criticized the political parties. I have earned the wrath of a lot of people who, during the Facebook days and during this, I used to be very, very vocal on that. Everybody, the ruling, the opposition. But my observation was that I do not think the Gambia is yet ready for system change, for radical, transformative change in the country, because we are playing the same game and we are on the same pitch and we are all running within the same game.
Even if the players are different?
The players are different, some in blue shirts, others in green or white. but the rules are the same. But where is that political party that is going to change the Gambia for good? That is going to save the Gambia from this current system? A political system where political parties do not groom, they do not train their supporters, their cadre. I argued that the opposition is a government in waiting. And as a result, they have the responsibility to train their cadre. Yearly SOMA cadre training is not the same politicization, the rhetorics, the insults, and the clappings. No. Send your youth, send your cadre to go train politics, to go train administration and governance. That is what happens in developed countries.
And when they come, they must be allowed to take leadership.
They must, because then they will understand leadership. But now it is not, because everybody is free on the internet and they say whatever they want to say. If UDP, the opposition, or even the ruling party is interested in training genuine administrators who understand governance, then they should be training them. The youth that will take over from the old would have to be periodically going through refresher trainings at youth camps. They will teach them leadership. They will teach them governance. They will teach them administration. They will teach them the legal trappings of governance. They will teach them international relations. That is how government works. If you don't do this, you are incubating trouble. You are incubating intolerance, because these people don't understand what these things all mean. It is we against them, like two football teams. They are out, we must get them out. They are out, we are there. So, they are out now, you are here. So what? There is nothing new. You will do nothing new because you know nothing new. I'm sorry about it, but that's
how you see the political play.
That's how I see them. And I would not join any political party that does not advocate system change.
But there's Doi, which has a song like that, system change.
Yeah, there is Doi, and I respect Khalifa Sallah and Sidia Jatta a lot. And they're quite knowledgeable and sincere. Unfortunately, the Gambian people don't understand their language.
Gambian people refuse to take their words, or did not understand?
They don't understand, and they have not made enough effort to ensure the Gambian people understand.
They've spent 30 years moving from Bantaba to Bantaba, publishing hundreds of volumes of publications. You said they have not done much?
Yeah, I think they need a better strategy. They need a better strategy in mobilization, in information, in awareness building, and so on. So that party needs to reform, come up with the new Doi, perhaps.
There's been a change of leadership there.
Yes,
that's
Swaibu Ture, I think, is the new leader. But he comes from the playbook of Khalifa and Sidia.
You mean they still have influence over him?
Not only do they still have influence over the party, but I don't think the new leadership, led by Swaibu, understands anything beyond
other than what they've been taught by Khalifa and Sidia.
In terms of strategy, in terms of sincerity, I don't think there is anyone more sincere than Doi, the leadership of Doi. But what about strategy? It's a shortfall.
What about the new one? You had the United Movement, you had Progress, you had I lost count of the new ones.
I don't know them because.
But at least you know Talib.
I do know. Well, I will not.
You
say
heard about Talib.
I know. I've never met him. I've heard about him. I know the mother.
You know the mother? Yes.
Yeah, of course I know the mother. We attended the same council meetings. Many years ago.
Yes, when he was in the.
She was in this thing, acting solicitor general. I knew her from there. But
it was Attorney General as well.
No,
she never served in
Solicitor General.
In your
acting Solicitor
okay.
General. But okay, maybe something different. But what the thing is, Talib, I don't know him, but I don't think he did badly as mayor of KMC compared to his predecessors. I don't think he did badly, and I'm not here to judge him either. I'm not here to judge him. I am yet to lay hands on their manifesto. I don't know what they're saying about what they want to do in Gambia. I checked, last time I checked, he was in Dakar, what's called again? Sonkos.
Oh yes, the
Yeah.
the Congress of Pastef.
Of Pastef. He was there, and so if this is anything to show, it says a lot about him too, that he wants transformative change, but we are yet to see.
How about this formula, the coalition talks? They said we have about, let's say, 6 minutes or so to go, 8 minutes. They said they're discussing to present a united front, but we have beginning to hear people who wanted a party-led, some who wanted a candidate-led, and some who said, well, it should be, the parties should be actually considered based on their electoral strength. Others said, no, we should look for, well, somebody we know can inspire, voters and attract them to the opposition, and not just everybody. People said all these are pointers to an eventual collapse of the talks. Do you see any prospect for a united opposition?
I do. I think the elephant in the room is that consensus is not built freely. Consensus is built on stuff. And stuff is, why do we go to elections in the first place?
Well, because we cannot agree among ourselves.
And who wins?
The majority of people wins. The majority is
that people
choice.
Vote for.
Yes, choice.
So it's clear. The party that commands the majority should lead the coalition. And clearly, within the opposition camp, it is the UDP.
Yeah.
Like them or not, it is the UDP that is in command. That is the biggest opposition political party here. I have not heard once, not seen in this whole world where the smaller party candidate becomes the leader of the coalition.
Okay.
Somebody needs to prove me wrong.
Okay. Well, yeah, but naturally, and you believe that the biggest political parties should.
If you don't do that, you will not win elections on coalition formation.
If you keep the biggest party out.
If you disobey, or if you
keep away from.
If you want to challenge the biggest political party and say, yeah, because your candidate is not this thing. What do you mean by the candidate is not presentable to the? Why do they have such following? Why? Because the people trust
often say it's not. Well, they misuse the word winnable. Factually, they said it's winnable. Somebody who's winnable is the one that they can defeat. I always say that. I mean, they meant to say that. People said our candidate is the winnable candidate. I mean, in my
your
understanding,
candidate cannot be the winnable candidate.
In my understanding, the winnable one is the one they will win. They can win against. They will beat him. Okay, but then the problem is most of what they said about the UDP. Yes, logically, the UDP is the leading political party in the opposition, and naturally and logically. The party that leads should be, the biggest one should go and the others follow, provided they agree on principles, as to what will happen. Now, the opponents of the UDP, what they will say is that, the UDP has been in the scene for a long time, they were not able to get elected, perhaps we should try another person, they should support somebody else.
Look, come on, the only coalition that won election in this country, which party was it? Was led?
Well, it was supposed to be independent, but the man Adama Barrow came from the UDP.
Clear. Look, let's call a spade a spade. Adama Barrow was UDP.
Absolutely.
And so when the push came to the soft, it was the UDP candidate that won.
So you mean even if at that convention, if somebody else other than Adama Barrow, like if it was Ahmad Ba or Halifa Sallah or Lamin Bojang, Dr. Bojang or Aissatou Touré, there would have been a problem.
We would not have gotten here.
They wouldn't have gotten here.
Of course. We would not have gotten. Because the thing is, this country, there is a big problem. Let's put ego aside.
Egos aside, yeah.
Please, let's put egos aside. If you want change, you deserve change. You want change. Really.
Yeah.
Let there be coalition. And the coalition should be led by the UDP, like Dabo or not. But Dabo is the choice of the UDP, and we have to respect that.
Exactly. Indeed. Alagie Kanteh is our guest, and we will have 2 or 3 minutes to go. But don't go away, because we are going to go into sports politics. There's going to be another election in the Gambia, and that is the football election. In August, the National Football Federation will go into elections. And, well, unlike the conventional one, about which we don't know, the one we've been talking about, but this one we are sure there's going to be a new president, because the current president will not contest. You see, the football fraternity seems to teach Gambian people term limits. You know, Kaba Bajo came, you know Kaba Bajo very well.
I do.
He came up with this idea that, you know what, we're going to inscribe term limits in our constitution. And I'm not going to go against that. And the Football Federation, he has shown us, you know, they shown us the way.
Yeah.
Kaba is not contesting because he said, I had put here to term limit and I'm going to respect it.
Yeah.
Perhaps we have a lot to learn from the Football Federation.
Yeah, look, this thing is, this guy is a leader. Kaba is a leader, you know, a la military.
Yes, that's right.
He's a leader a la military. And I'm not surprised that he is able to come up with this.
Yeah.
You know, it takes sincerity, it takes ingenuity, it takes, you know, courage to do these things. And I'm glad he is able to do it.
Yes, so one of the aspirants who want to succeed Kaba, Kemo Ceesay, will be here in the studio with me after I finished with Kanteh. Kanteh, you now have the last word. What will be your message? Especially to, we didn't have time to talk about the security, you know, where you
The
have
reforms.
you have a lot of expertise.
Security sector.
I'm going to reserve that for another invitation, and it's not bit too far, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, but what would you say to the national discussion? What is the way forward, finally?
I think finally we need to unite as a country and see Gambia first, and not see the country see ourselves from the parochial, narrow nationalist, you know, corners. Everybody is himself or herself. It is time to give Gambia a chance. All of us belong here in this country. We belong to different tribes. We belong to different groups. Let's undo the tribalism rhetoric in this country, because it's getting too loud. And the President of the Republic, here is your responsibility to ensure that you silence any voice that tends to divide the people of this country. Otherwise, it's going to be ugly. We do not want that to happen. Anybody who shows any tendency to promote regionalism, tribalism in this country, Mr. President's responsibility is ensure that you satisfy the people by taking the right steps at the right time. Unfortunately, that is not the case this time.
Good. Alagie Kanteh, retired captain and former military governor of the Gambia. Thank you very much for being on the Brunch and sharing your perspectives, and for your really commitment, you know, for allowing me to disturb your weekend all the way from NBR to come over and share your perspective with the nation. We cannot be more grateful than that. Thank you very much.
It's a duty.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you too.
As you say in the army. Thank you very much, Mr. Kanteh.
Thank you.
The Brunch will be back with a look at GFF elections with aspirant Kemo Ceesay, the coach. We'll be back.
Traveling has never been this simple in the Gambia. Oh yes, you don't need to visit the GTSC depot just to get a ticket. Just download the Yona Wallet app today and enjoy hassle-free bookings. With Yona Wallet, you can buy your GTSC bus ticket right from your phone, anytime, anywhere. From Kanifing to Dakar, Dakar to Banjul, or up-country routes like Kanifing to Basse and Basse to Banjul, Yona Wallet has you covered. No queues, no stress. Just safe, fast, and convenient ticketing at your fingertips. Choose comfort. Choose convenience. Choose GTSC with Yona Wallet. Yona Wallet. Your money, your way. GTSC. Moving the nation forward. For more information, please call 1124 or 221-1668.
Jamano Money Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Bruceby opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051 or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.
I get it.
Mbijan aganya.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la.
Ha, code nyinji.
Okay. What's that? Nsila ID soto.
Sa soto. Sorry. I get it.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariaka.
Mbale.
Mo ki janna nun kunu bara tariaka.
Jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbali ya bere. Birim koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato ni fo bolon blabe ko.
56 branches mola sota Gambia ja.
Ha?
Gambia kono anin Gambia bantala bankol. Nka kodo kiya bere. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta memmen na kodi topoto nin kodi maraw. Jannom number 1 ti nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale de dadi man domorol dir fana beteat. Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je.
Wo moyo diat.
Apelenta
baraka. Ni ma lafta nyelen kendol e bina.
Yalo bukani la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Baraka.
Jar Oil is Gambia's leading dealer when it comes to fuel and has made it a duty to satisfy our customers at all costs. Vehicle owners and drivers need not to worry about getting quality and affordable fuel anymore. That is the reason we have our branches spread all over the country for easy access. For good and clean fuel, the only place to go is Jar Oil. Your need for good and durable petrol, gasoline and kerosene has been covered by Jar Oil, so you need not to worry. Walk to any of our branches and get served to satisfaction. With Jar Oil, your satisfaction is our priority. That is why we have branches at your doorstep to make accessibility easy for you. With our professional and friendly staff, we can assure you satisfaction. To get the best fuel for your engines, the only place to go is Jar Oil.
Welcome back to the brunch on Kerfatu Live. I'm Lamin Cham. Now, as I have said, we have been talking politics, economics and security with Alagie Kanteh, a retired Gambia National Army officer who was a military governor during the Yaya Jammeh regime, who himself had to flee into exile. The story of which he had so passionately narrated here on the program. I had also promised you that we are going to talk now sports politics, because in August, the Gambia Football Federation is going into elections. And unlike the conventional politics, the elections for which will be held in December, there's going to be a new president, because the current president of the Football Federation and his entire executive are not contesting in this election. This is one election, so you are sure there has to be a new leadership. Now, one of the people who is aspiring to replace outgoing President Lamin Kaba Bayo is Kemo Ceesay. Himself, very familiar name in the football fraternity. He served as finance director, and before that, he had been in the administration of football way back. We will get to know his journey in football, his ideas to take football to where he intends in his manifesto, which he called the ideas of the coach. We will also talk about what the public wants to know from him. Kemo, the coach, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cham, a senior sports journalist.
Well, Kemo and I
Happy to be here with you.
A lot way back in the 1990s, up to the 2000s, when I too had just started sports journalism. Now, tell us, for somebody who's just hearing Kemo Ceesay, how was your journey? When did your journey with football begin?
Thank you very much. Before starting with my journey, I want the viewers to know who Kemo Ceesay is. A native of Sandu, Misra.
Sandu, Misra?
Yeah, Misra is a
That's
village.
the URA?
Misra is a village in Sandu district.
Yeah.
In the Upper River region.
Not far from Dar es Salaam, is it?
Yeah, Dar es Salaam, close to Diabuku, Batapa.
Okay.
Did my primary school in Bansam, CRR, and that's why I started my football career. That's why today, if you go to CRR, lot will tell you Kemo is from Bansam.
Oh, I see.
Then 88, from Amitage, because from my primary school, Bansam, then I went to Amitage High School. Amitage High School, yes.
In
1987.
Oh, okay.
To 92. Then in Bakau.
You must have. Who are you? Tell me prominent names in your
former Auditor General Babakar Sankare was my classmate.
Oh, I know Sankare. Yeah.
And you have Kemo Ceesay at Energy now.
Okay.
Also my former classmate.
Yeah.
Badmate Rada. Lamin Fofana SDF.
Oh, Lamin Fofana from Cancun.
Yeah, from Cancun, also badmate.
All right.
Then came to Bakau
okay.
very early. Then start football administration 1997 as an administrator.
Okay.
But before that, I was actively involved in coaching, because when I stopped football in 1993 due to knee injury, that was like end of my career.
Okay.
Then I said, okay, now I cannot live without football. What I can do now is to go into coaching.
What role were you playing?
I was a midfield player.
Oh,
But
okay.
at Amitage, yes, Amitage midfield player. Primary school Bansang was a right back.
I see.
So when I started coaching in 1992-93, I had a junior Nevitan team called NP and a senior Nevitan team called SKJT.
Yes.
In Bakau. Then 97, I was elected treasurer, deputy treasurer. Then from deputy treasurer, yes, later treasurer. I was serving different capacities. But a main player in the Bakau Sports Committee at that time. Then
that was the time of
Alassana Jara Muse was
the
the
guy
chairman.
who was at the stadium communication. What was his name again? The teen man.
Ibuseka.
No, it's like the teen guy who was responsible for telecommunication announcements in the stadium. Teen man, Sam something.
Yeah, no, I work with.
He was part of the committee,
I work with Alassana Jara. When Sosekwali, the badge of Sosekwali, Paus Manjai Taro, then there you have Pausle Jallo, that's the father of Bura Jallo, Brachep. After that badge, then we came in with Alassana Jara, late Alassana Jara of Waslunkunda.
Okay.
Then there was the chairman of the sports committee at that time. Paco Damfa was part of the committee.
Usman Damfa, yeah.
Musa Jamin UK and the late Mbudu Sisoho.
Oh, yes.
So that's the time I served in the committee. Most of those people left me in the committee. I served up to 2004. But because that time I was already at GFF as a senior account officer. In fact, the accountant at the time, I decided to resign from the Bakau Sports Committee because I cannot be working at the national football body at the same time running in the Nevitan Committee. There was that conflict of interest. I decided to resign the following Congress. I was forced to continue as a president of Bakau Sports Committee. I said no, I cannot. Then E.B. Jallo, the former coach Bakau United, came to be elected at that Congress. So I concentrated the Football Association at that time to build up the accounting system. Because when I came there in 2002, July 1st, there was no proper system in place.
Accounting, yeah.
And being trained at Actionaid the Gambia, one of the best NGOs at that time in this country.
Yeah.
That's why I worked for almost 4 years before coming to GFF.
Yeah,
GFF at that time.
Malamin.
No, Malamin Sonko, yes. Emo Sonko was the country director at that time. But the time I was leaving Actionaid to GFA, it was Silva Ochoku King,
Oh,
a lady from Sierra Leone. I built that system, and I can tell you, Cham, I installed QuickBook accounting system in GFA 2004. Among all the MAs, the member associations in Africa at the time, it was only Gambia that was using a proper QuickBooks accounting software for record keeping. So it's a long journey.
Absolutely.
And resigned
Very quickly, yeah.
December 31st, 2025.
To do what?
As a staff. I resigned because I have an ambition. That is to run for the presidency of the Gambia Football Federation.
Okay. Now, you've been through all this while under I think four or five administrations.
Yeah, more than that.
When you came, perhaps maybe Obi Konate was.
I worked with Obi Konate, but not as a staff. I started as a staff with Gabi Ceesay.
With Gabi Ceesay.
Yeah.
Then you have Omar Sy came.
Normalization committee, yes.
No, Omar Sy came before normalization. He was made. No, Omar Sy came before. He was in 2005. You remember when Gabi left? He was made president for 1 year.
That's normalization.
No.
No, Gabi was impeached, yes. Omar came as an interim.
That's
as an interim president, yes.
In the run of
for 1 year. For 1 year.
Yes.
Then CD Kanteh came 2005.
And he was dissolved in 2012.
CD was dissolved, then we have normalization.
Normalization 1.
With Obi Konate.
That is actually supposed to be headed by Obi, but his deputy was doing everything.
Exactly.
Omar Sy.
Late Omar Sy, yeah.
Then, came Mustafa Kebe.
Yeah.
You served under him too.
Yeah.
And then when Mustafa left, that was when when there was nominalization too. Alagie Kanteh, with legend to Vitaly and the Bajabis.
Vitaly,
yeah. And then
Badara from Fonyi.
Yes, that's right. Badara, where is he? And then you have the Kaba Bajo regime. You serve up to now, 12 years or nearly 14 years.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, you've been through all this. That really naturally would have equipped you with a vast knowledge of running a football federation in all aspects, because as finance, it's a strategic place. You must have dealt with all the departments.
Yeah, that's the advantage I think I had of other candidates. I work with different leaders at the football federation, and I learned a lot from them. So I want to use those best practices together from different leaders, combined with what I have, and then see how I can improve football in this country. Because the likes of Obi, I said it during my launch, he was a unifier. And really, Cham, I want to be a unifier.
Yeah.
That's my #1 objective. The football family, somehow we will not agree, but that's the fact that is divided.
Exactly.
I want to unify the football family so that we can easily achieve our corporate goal.
Good.
Different leaders with different leadership style.
Exactly.
I learned a lot. Gabi Ceesay is completely different person with CD Kanteh. CD is also a completely different person with Mustafa Kebe. Kebe and Honorable Lamin Kababajo, completely different. So the combination of those set of skills from different leaders, I think will help me to do better than any other candidate. At personal experience, I've worked as a football administrator. I was a secretary general, like a Biko, I was a social secretary, up to the rank of a CEO.
Yeah.
So that administrative skills, I have that. I am a CAF trained sea licensing coach. So nobody now, I think, that's my belief, on technical matters will come and tell me things that I don't know. There are a lot of things that I need to learn in terms of technical, but the simple basic things that we need to do to improve our football, I'll be able to know that because I did my CAF sea licensing course and I was involved in coaching. So if you look at the pathway of the grassroots football, I can give you a proper design as a football person. So you come to competition related matters. During the days of Gabi, I still have those records in Excel. I was like the very person doing the league table. So I also served in the organizing committee at that time. All the days of OB, when I was representing Biko, and Gabi's time, I was member of the organizing committee. So I have different skills in the administrative setup of the Football Federation. So knowing this country, with experience, and extra training with FIFA, because FIFA helped us to have 3 personals trained in this country with FIFA highest level of football administration. That is myself, Lamil Jasi, the General Secretary, and Force VP Bakar Kejame. We are trained in 2019 to 2021 with a program called FIFA Executive, FIFA Football Executive Program.
Yeah.
These football executive programs train us in different areas of football administration.
Okay.
You deal with marketing, communication.
Yeah.
Now I can sit and prepare a communication plan. Somebody will tell me, but you are not a journalist. I said, yes, but I am trained, I have the skills and the knowledge.
All right.
You come to strategic planning, I can sit and look at different aspects, different departments of the Football Federation, come with a strategy for 4 years with very good KPIs. I'll be able to guide a team to do that myself. So head of the policy department, policy making body, I will have that advantage, you know, over any other candidate to be elected president, and I can do better, I think, than whoever. So in a nutshell, I'm the best candidate, Lamja.
Okay, most of the issues that people find, or the issues that concern them most, is transparency.
Yeah.
Now, you will agree with me that, yes, there have been tremendous achievements under the Kaba administration, which you served. Like we qualifying for the first time, to the Africa Cup of Nations and doing it twice in a row.
Yeah.
In fact, reaching the quarterfinals, which is a tremendous achievement. And like you said, there have been developments in all sectors of the game here.
Yeah.
But there remains criticisms about how transparent or allegations of corruption, in the administration under Kaba. These are allegations, I would say, critics are saying.
Yeah.
So even whereas we didn't hear much of this from the stakeholders, but the public seemed to really be concerned with these things. The GFF has come out to explain that part of the reasons their reputation is damaged in the eyes of the public was due to internal politics among themselves. Some of the people who ran foul with the administration will go out and make outlandish claims. And this has made people to believe and perceive that the administration is definitely corrupt. Now, people like you in the administration of finance have always make a point that you actually run one of the best or one of the most transparent national associations on the continent. But how do you take these criticisms? Are they not valid? For example, the GFF themselves came out couple of years ago to apologize for the delay in the projects in the stadium, rather mini stadium projects, and there have been allegations that infrastructure development at the National Training, National Technical Training Center, which has now been named Usman Saho. This thing, all those have come out. People perceiving that there have been corruption. As somebody who served in this administration, somebody who now wants to bring a fresh page, how do you reconcile this?
Yeah, thank you very much, Lamin. That's why if you look at my leadership philosophy, it's based on the coach.
Yes, the coach.
The coach that the T talks about transparency. And the H for the THE is talking about holistic development. Then you have the E, talks about excellence.
Excellence.
Because we want to be very transparent and develop all aspects of the game.
Back to the T. You said T.
Transparent.
Transparency.
Holistic development is H.
And excellence.
Yes.
Let's go to C.
Then the C, we're talking about capacity building.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. That's another issue.
Because you cannot develop the game without building the capacity of those involved in the game. The players, not the football players. I mean all the players around the game.
And the various segments, the coaches,
these are the key players, the factors responsible for development of the game. We need to build their capacity.
Okay.
Then you look at the O, talking about opportunities.
Opportunities.
In Gambian football, it's a small country, but I think there are a lot of opportunities because football is the biggest industry now in the world.
Absolutely.
Yes, probably Kemo cannot do it, but I think we'll be able to have people around me who are experts and will be able to use those opportunities because like some strategists will tell you, okay, let's do a SWOT analysis of GFF, and most of the strategies, that's what they have been using. all the time. If you come to Kerfado, they will say, okay, before we improve this institution, let's do a SWOT analysis of Kerfado. Meaning you have to look at your strengths, your strength, your weakness, opportunities, then you go to your threats. But like I said, looking at the coach, that philosophy, I want to use SOAR. That's another strategic management tool that I want to use in transforming football from one step to where we are today to the next level. That's there. I'm going to talk about the strength, the opportunities, the aspirations that will help me now to get the results.
We are now at A now, aspiration.
Yes. So those opportunities are there for us, and they are visible. But how are we going to tap them? We need to be very tactful in achieving those things. And I think with the team that I'm coming with, we also will be able to do it. Some will say, but you've been there for 23 years, you are unable to do it. Yes, that's true. It was difficult because I have my limitations, Lamija.
What about if somebody just put it directly, that if there is anything wrong, you are part of the people who made it wrong?
I cannot say no, but now you go inside and do your own personal investigation. At the end of the day, you will know, yes, Kemo as the finance director, I have my limitations. That's what I'm telling you. The Gambia Football Federation, if you look at the general setup, is the General Assembly. The General Assembly,
yes, the General Assembly, yes,
is the main body that approves budgets that needs to be implemented for the Football Federation. And the elected executive committee is the next ladder. That ladder now decide all the policy matters of the Football Federation. Then you have the management. The management is responsible for the day-to-day administration of those policies, the implementation of those set policies. Head of that administration is the General Secretary. Under the General Secretary, there are different departments, technical departments. Currently, you have like Sandom being the technical director. Finance is Kemo Ceesay. Then the competition, you have Parsley, Babukar Job. Communication, Babukar. These are different directors. But we are not executive committee members. We are not involved in policy matters.
Implement approved programs.
Yes. We are not direct policy officers. We don't involve in policy decisions, decision making. So in a sort, I'm not a decision maker directly. Now the executive committee can sit and decide these are the payments that should happen immediately. If the documentation and all the back of the supporting documents are in line, even I observe 1, 2, 3 things that need to be adjusted, I can now move that to the General Secretary. The General Secretary is the budget holder.
Yes, that's right.
Not the finance
the
director.
Expenditure officer, yes, everybody knows.
So I cannot do anything without the approval of the General Secretary as head of the institution. So that's why I said, if you don't go inside and find out, you will not know the different roles. Some will say, no, but you should resign if you are not happy with those things.
Exactly.
I've said it during my launching. I am not a person who will resign. You know why? I am a key stakeholder. I'm a club owner. And football clubs own the Football Federation,
yes,
the regional football associations, and the Alagie Association. These are the 3 blocks that own the Football Federation.
But if you knowingly, if at all, you knowingly know an expenditure or a request for expenditure that you know definitely is in not accordance with the law, aren't you in place to point that out and refuse even to?
That happened several times, but I cannot. You know, here is not a platform to discuss some of those things. And in the office, people know. Yes, at times the finance director will say, "No, I'm not going to sign. I will not be part of this expenditure." And the General Secretary will come to me, the finance director. If you say it's not going to happen, it will not happen. In most cases, again, yes, some will come. Say, "No, these are directives. If I'm not happy with it, I will just minute it on the paper. I am not convinced. Whatever happens, tomorrow I'll have my backups." So, but I am not the approving officer.
I see.
That should be clear. So let me continue with the coach.
Yeah.
Then we stop at O. Yeah, that's the opportunities. Now you go to A.
H.
A. C. No, we
went
coach. C O A C H.
Oh, the other.
So the A.
Yeah, the A.
Now talk about accountability.
Well, I thought that was aspiration.
No, accountability is A.
Well, that's what we're talking about
so,
now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I can tell you, Lamin, people will say, GFF, you are not accountable. And at the end of every December, annual, Gambia Football Federation will prepare activity reports, financial statement audited, and present to members at the AGM. At that meeting, members will look at the reports, discuss them, approve. Then they will also present a budget for the coming year, discuss it, argue, and approve. So if Lamin Cham said the GFF is not accountable, you have your reason, because probably you are not informed what is happening at the Football Federation. Or the general stakeholders are not informed. And that's why the coach is now coming with improved communication system.
Exactly.
To do away with what people are complaining that, we are not informed, GFF is not transparent.
Because the thing that you
it's all about communication.
You may have to do is, okay, people consider the GFF as an elite organization comprising people, or a cabal, who will keep all the monies to themselves. And because the statutes of FIFA does not invite outside interference, then they have now immunity and leeway to spend the money anyhow they like, because the stakeholders are both or corrupt. So they accept the system because they also partake in it. Why? How are you going to clean this kind of perception from people's mind? Because, okay, these 77 delegates who will vote for you may be the principal stakeholders, but you have to deal with 2 million people whose perceptions you have to put in the back of your mind. How is Kemo going to, work on that?
Okay, I said it, improve communication. Because Lamin, if I have information, I'm sitting on it. The outsiders will not know what is happening in my house. So the best that I will do in my manifesto, under stakeholders engagement, there is a program called, in fact, two. One is football bantaba. The second one is presidential culture. This football bantaba will not only be limited to clubs and or members of the Football Federation. I want to do with my team an open forum. Senior journalists like you, the likes of Peter Gomez, Moses Nden, the current Sports Journalists Association. We have the stakeholders. Open invitation to everybody, and all football lovers can come to that program and say, look, GFF executive, we want to know the money from FIFA, how much you will receive, how was it spent? At that bandaba. Now it's open for everybody.
Indeed.
We will communicate.
Very good.
Then the second one will be the presidential culture. This presidential culture will be the president of the GFF, if elected. Kemo with the presidents of the member associations, members of the clubs, presidents of the clubs, presidents of the allied association, presidents of the regional associations. Only, I don't want any club to send your secretary general to that meeting. I don't want vice presidents to be at that meeting. Only the presidents, because
you call it president like a
presidents are the head of the institutions. At your club, I want to see the president sit with them, discuss issues affecting their clubs, issues affecting their regional associations, issues affecting their allied associations. I will also come with the challenges we are facing as a football federation in implementing our programs, the programs that I presented to them, or the programs in my manifesto that I am unable to attain. Then now I will allow those people to come with ideas that will help me to improve. If they also don't understand what I want to do, I will now communicate to them clearly. This is one way I want to do to bridge that gap between the GFF president and the members.
Many people said, again, this perception that, the unity is a cabal where people receive money from FIFA and CAF, and because there's no outside interference or is allowed, they can cook anything within themselves, pay themselves heavy salaries, get allowances and everything with them, and nobody has any right to price it. These are the perceptions. So now, on the same line, how is your administration going to tackle the concerns of the clubs? For example, I'm going to all your stakeholders.
Let me clear
go to the RFA.
Excuse me, let me clear the point first regarding the FIFA money.
Exactly.
Cham is good like a senior journalist. You are some of those who should help the GFF.
Exactly.
How can you do it? Don't sit at your comfort zone and assume. Or don't allow people to come to you and say, let me Cham GFF, this what is happening.
Exactly.
There is a cab, they just, trying to do whatever with
I had
FIFA
a reporter
money.
who used to come and
So
say,
FIFA money, if you work at the UN system, or people who work at the UN system,
you will know how FIFA.
You know FIFA is more, FIFA funds are more controlled than anything.
Yeah,
FIFA
I
every
know
year,
the UN system, any expenditure is known by everybody.
FIFA every year, they will send in their audit team.
Yes.
We call it central review. The team just left, I think, this March, 4th week of April.
Yes.
That's every year.
Yeah.
FIFA will come to the country, and before coming, they will send us a letter that Gambia, can you select a day, a date? We are coming to audit the particular year under review.
Yes.
The financial income and expenditure.
Exactly.
And FIFA at that point in time
Yeah.
only looks at how much is received from FIFA. Which bank account was it paid in?
Okay.
How was it spent? You have to provide supporting documents. If it is relating to procurement, how was the procurement process was conducted?
Yes.
So they look at all these things and come with their final findings sent to FIFA. And these auditors are independent auditors appointed by FIFA. KPMG most of the time, but these last few years we have Maza. This Maza is a company in Zurich, but they have a branch in Senegal. So that team only looks at money from FIFA, no other funds.
I see.
At the end of the year, the general audit will now look at everything.
The
Money
general
from
audit is
FIFA,
the government and everything.
caretakings, government fund, whatever.
GFF own money,
So I can tell you that system of transparency is there, but we need to improve. There is room for improvement. And that's why I say the coach, the team under the coach, will work on that transparency to improve. Because the system, really, if you go inside, you can see a clear system.
Yeah.
The system is transparent.
Exactly.
But you will go along the way, you will see, yes, we need to adjust.
Okay. Okay.
But those are linked to governance.
I see.
I knew those problems as an insider, and I'll be able to adjust it. Some of these things, if you are not there, you are not an insider, you cannot. But like working in that institution, being head of that finance department, the gaps, I know. So it will be easy for me to help work with the team and improve those.
And for many people believe that your role, in fact, the biggest problem the FA has is this perception of corruption, etc.
Yeah.
So your workload will have to focus on how do you change the perspective of people in this era. All right, let's go to the clubs. I was going to bring every member of your federations, some of the concerns, the frequently asked questions. Is the club said, after all the year of laborious expenditures, etc., when they win trophies and they're supposed to be given, cash prize, they wait for a long time before they get that. And often the GFF is reported to be in red with the banks. As finance man, you're very familiar with this.
Yeah.
How can the federation run into red with all this perception people have that money raised from FIFA and CAF?
Yes.
How do you get red? At the moment, if somebody check, maybe right now your federation is red into millions.
Yes, that's true.
How then can you claim to be prudent managers of money when every time you have to borrow or raise an overdraft? How can people trust giving you money? These are problems that you often hear. How's Kemo going to deal with this?
Yeah, Mr. Cham, like you said, people are looking at the income, the money coming from FIFA.
Yes.
But are you putting into consideration the expenditure?
Okay.
That's one side that you need to
Let's
look
hear
at.
from that. Yeah.
For instance, if you said, okay, we are receiving $1,250,000 from FIFA per year for this country.
Yeah.
How is it spent?
And that is in
And
Dallas. That's how much in Dallas?
Yeah, well, it
About
depends
now,
on the exchange
70
rate.
million.
It depends on the exchange rate.
But it will be about 70 to 80 million.
This is not paid at once by FIFA. It's in two
installments,
halves.
yeah.
The first half of the year will have like 600,000 plus. The second half of the year, another July. But July 1, you must complete your audit for the previous year before your money is sent. Like now, we are almost end of June.
Yeah.
The audit report for 2025
Must be sent
to FIFA
Before
the money for July to December will come.
So there's tight monitoring.
Yes. And if, for instance, you look at the income, you want to compare it with the expenditure. The expenditure line, the National League, for instance, is funded from that money. First division, per game, today I'm telling you, is minimum close to $8,000.
Per game?
Per game.
And you have how many games in the
I
Everyone
in the
will
fourth
play
division
nearly
alone,
30 games.
in the fourth division alone, it's close to 480,000. Just 480 games. For example, if you look at how many teams do you have? 16 in the fourth
games,
division.
I know.
30 games.
Yeah.
30 games per team.
Per team times 16, is it?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a match.
You have
And you are
480.
And you,
so
you
per
spend
game,
8,000.
per game 8,000.
Because spent on that.
Per referee.
Yes,
The match officials, the match commissioners, and all those support staffs to the game, including
Every
security.
match about 8,000.
Yeah. So
It could
if
be
you
more.
look at per year expenditure of the Football Federation, national team expenditure, I can tell you, like 2024, that was my last audit, was support from government was 79 million.
79 million.
From government. It was very good. 2023 was 48 million plus. 2024 was 79 million. That's an increase, a big one. So, but you look at the expenditure on operating match expenses, 2024 alone was 166 million. Look at the gap. Where is that money from? Meaning, if your senior national team is going to play, senior national team we're talking about, the budget sent to government, minimum is $20 million per game.
But the government will slice that.
Multiply that 20 million by, let's say, 5 matches of the senior national team.
About $100 million.
That's only for AFCON qualifiers. Last qualifiers is both World Cup and AFCON.
Yeah, combined.
How many games played? Do your arithmetic.
That's a lot of yes.
Now, government will pay like 50% of the form. Then the rest is the GFF. And the money that you receive from FIFA,
what are you going to
put it into consideration, will be used to take care of this. You're going to pay salaries. You're going to run the league. Take care of all overheads of the football administration. From here, all the regional support is from that money. I'm not defending the GFF. I'm telling you the reality.
Reality. But
so now, go back to the junior national teams.
Yeah. The 8 categories.
The U50, U15, for instance, WAFU tournament.
Yeah.
That's GFF 100% financing. The U17, if they are participating, GFF. The under 20, GFF. If we are going to tournament, government support. But like qualifiers, most of the time, is 100% funded by GFF.
And that money
so go and look at the audited accounts of 2024, because the 2025 is yet to be ready, I'm sure. But you go through the audited accounts, look at the income and expenditure. That's why the stakeholders, the clubs and members of the Football Federation
understand.
Will not complain.
What they understand.
Because they have the copies with them. End of every year, they receive copies of those audited accounts, discuss at the AGM, like I said. So they knew very well how much is coming from FIFA, government support, other sources, because gate takings. So now, a solution for the coach is there must be financial sustainability.
Financial. Are you going to cut down on your program?
No, we want to be very, very capable. We want the institution to be capable of funding.
Of attracting funding
itself. We're going to diverse a lot. Look at a lot of support outside, not only in the Gambia. We have our plans and negotiations are already on with external networks. Internally, we know it will be challenging because the market in this country, this market size is very small. If Kerfat want to compete with QCell to fund football, at the end of the day, Kerfat will look at it and say, what is the return on investment?
Exactly.
That will be a question.
Yeah. I think you need to develop and make your football attractive first.
Yes.
Before anybody can.
Yes, that's a key issue. Yeah. But then I think where we are, even the products we have, the senior national team is really developed because we want to AFCON twice. But what is there for them? Are we generating any income regarding the senior national team?
Exactly.
Apart from CAF. So no, if you said, develop your products, that one is already developed. Chad, there was a time the U17 was in World Cup.
Yeah.
The under 20 made a mark. So our national teams are very good products that can attract sponsors. But the National League, we also working hard to see, let it move to another level. Professionalism. But
are you ready for that? Because people said you often don't talk about that. And that's
no, they are not listening. Because during the presentation of my manifesto, I said it clearly. It depends on my program with Peter. There was no question relating to professional league. Why should I talk about professional league? If you don't ask me, I don't want to discuss it.
Exactly.
I am going to answer questions.
Yeah. So how do you professionalize the league? Because many people think that's an elusive dream. Because I mean, the fundamentals and the ingredients are not in place. How do we have to sort it?
I think we have to start from somewhere, Cha. Currently, the current executive is working hard. The validation is coming, I think, on the second of the business plan. With my team, we will look at the business plan and do a proper assessment. We did that already. What is available? What do we need if we want to play professional league? And that's why if you look at our manifesto, we said to develop the league, it should be professionalized. But step by step, let's move to semi-pro first. The semi-pro league, will help us to graduate with time.
Full-blown.
Because if you want to be a professional club, the club development is key. All the clubs in this country who want to participate in professional league need to be lancing.
Exactly. That's what we're talking about.
You cannot be a coach, for instance, without lancing.
Exactly.
So club, if you want to be professional club, you must have your lancing to be professional. So that CAF club lancing system, the club should work hard to achieve that.
I think the courses are now tenable here.
So if you want to achieve that as a club, I'm not talking about coaches, I say club, a football club.
Okay, club.
If the Gambia doesn't want to be a professional club,
the clubs themselves must
get a lancing.
And get a lancing.
So that lancing, to be a pro team, there are set criteria that you need to fulfill. First, we will say, Charm FC, do you have your own stadium? Do you have your secretariat?
Exactly.
At least with 2 staffs.
Yeah.
Charm FC, do you have a U team that plays under your first team? You have your own ground, bank account. Is it audited? These are professional things that should happen in your club. But are you ready? Are we ready? So you have to do that assessment first. How many clubs will be able to meet that requirement? Before we say 2027, 2028, we are going to turn into professional.
But that's what your current administration announced that they will do.
It's a plan. It's a plan.
Yeah, they said
and we're working hard. There is the business. That's why I said, with my team, we're going to look at that business plan.
I see.
Will we be able to generate the required resources?
Possibly reviewing it.
Exactly. Then you can. But the objective is to develop the league, and it should turn to professional. Even we start with 18 for a start. Yes, there should be professional league.
Many people also observe that the regions, what we call regional league, third division leagues, we have the regional football association. But people said, in practical terms, do we really have a bona fide league football structure in place?
Yeah.
What is the coach plan on
Perfect. The coach, what we are thinking, it's not me thinking. It's
the coach. I'm trying to say how the coach.
So is to come with a first division is there. If there is professional league, we'll have like a 18 professional league. You have your first division, second division, and the third division. This third division we want to create to increase the player pool, because a lot of players want to play football.
Yes.
But the pathway is not very clear. So now from the regional level, the 4 regions, that's the URR, CRR, NBR, and LRR.
The rural ones.
The rural ones.
Yes.
Will create a rural third division league of 20 teams.
Okay.
That's my thinking. Now, the reason why I said our thinking, but my calculation is each region can bring 5 teams. URR 5, CRR 5, NBR 5, LRR 5. 20 teams, third division at regional level.
I see.
At urban level, you also have Banjul, KM, West Coast. Another 20 teams. So we have 40 teams at the base as third division. So you have a pro league, first division, second division, and a third division league. National. So the winners of the regional or the urban and the rural, the first 2 probably have 4 playoffs. You have relegation and relegation, promotion and relegation. So, but that design will come from the technical department. It's a thinking in the manifesto.
You know that will require a lot of expenditures.
Yeah, it requires. That's why I have a good team that is ready to raise a lot of funds. We don't want to depend, and that's why I said the financial sustainability, we want to subsidize. We don't want to depend on the FIFA fund. Dependence is too much on the FIFA money.
Exactly.
So we want to say, okay, that FIFA money can be used for operational cost. For major programs, let's look for funding. We can go to Kerfaru and say, Kerfaru, now you are operating in Jarasoma. We want you to be partner to the regional league in LRR. Give us 200,000. So the current league at 3rd division, so at regional level, will now be changed to 4th division. Meaning, the regional associations will be running a 4th division. So this regional 3rd division league will be administered by the regional headquarters. Currently, there is no regional headquarters. In the manifesto of the coach, we said we want to build a regional football headquarters. In Jarasom. That regional football headquarters will be like the secretariat we have here. Will be responsible to coordinate
everything football in that region, and the whole of
the 4 regions.
The urban region.
4 regions. We'll have a regional secretary general, regional finance person, communication, competition, then the coding.
Every other thing. So they will be operating.
Any fund for regional football
Yeah.
will now not stay at the head office. We just transfer, but there must be a proper accounting system at that head of regional office. And to help that decentralization process and improve competition at regional level, each regional office, the regional football association, is expected to have their land, maybe in the future, we build their regional office. Because each of those regions currently don't have their proper offices.
They are renting.
Most of them. Some don't even have.
Some don't even have.
So we hope we're going to improve that.
What about,
side of the regions.
What about infrastructure in the regions? We know that the current administration have, or the GFF, let me talk, have a pitch in Mansakonko, Sarah in Soma. The Saudis donated Nyakwe, and there are plans to, well, Brikama, yes, Waxbar. I mean, there are plans for Gunjur, Buzumbala, and all of this. How far are those? How are you going to work on those things so that there are infrastructures in these regions particularly, and the zones that have already been earmarked for mini stadiums?
Our target first is to ensure every region, the urban ones.
Yes.
Because if you go to URR, the whole URR, apart from the Nyakwe field,
Yeah.
that is just recent,
Yeah.
and it's grass pitch.
Yeah.
Whether looking at the heat at that end, will we be able to sustain the grass pitch at that region?
One would have
Our thinking is
high level in Bashir would have hosted such a facility. Why Nyakwe? Was it?
well, that's the decision of the executive. That's not my decision, and I don't want to discuss that. At URR,
you don't. What do you take of concerns that was a misplaced?
No, I cannot.
In terms of,
I'm not saying that.
It should have been high level in Bashir.
I am not saying that, Lamcham.
Okay.
That's another issue. Maybe the current executive can, talk about it.
Okay.
What we are thinking
Yeah.
is to have at least artificial turf pitch in every region. Already one is in Jarason.
Yes.
NBR Kuntaya is on.
Kuntaya is on.
Yes.
That is GFF.
Yes, GFF is doing one in Kuntaya. So the Badibu end, because from Kuntaya, if you look at the Badibu end, let's say from the start of Badibu,
Yeah.
Kerawan, example, you go down to Balangar.
Oh, Balangar, yeah, okay.
Example around that end.
Yes, Sanjal.
Sabah Sanjal end.
Yeah.
There is no proper playable pitch.
Where
Then
you planning
from Balangar
Yeah.
to CRR, let's say Same Pachonki,
Yeah.
there is no pitch. Playable football pitch.
Not even in Farafay.
Farafenye, no, there is no artificial turf pitch.
In Farafay.
And I don't know any grass pitch there.
Yeah, yes, I've not known.
So now up to Same Pachonki, then from Same Pachonki to Pasamas, there is no field.
Wow.
Yeah? Then you cross down the South Bank,
Yeah.
Base, you are the whole that end, there is no pitch. Now come to CRR, the upper floodways and lower floodways, there is no pitch. Come down to Nyamina, the Dankunku, the Choya and inside,
Nothing.
no.
There's not.
You cannot see a playable football pitch there. So our manifesto, because that's why before we built, I went around with a group of people. I said, look, this is the country. Now we need to come and do a plan in the manifesto. Let's think. There is a vision
Yes.
that we want to achieve. That every region should have at least an artificial turf pitch.
Okay.
That's the thinking.
That's the thinking. Now, In terms of, I have one more stakeholder, that is the allied associations.
Yeah.
There are supposed to be 5 of them. We understood the players one is not quite active. But the allied association, they frequently ask questions or concerns from them is, again, not quite different from regionals. That is neglect in terms of financial support or technical support. How do you go about that? What did the coach say about it?
The coach, we want to develop all these sectors. That's why I said holistic development.
Okay, that's
holistic
the H.
football development.
Yeah, that's the H.
That holistic football development.
But can you give me specifics?
No, I'm coming.
Yeah.
You look at for the that of women football.
Okay.
On the side of governance,
Yeah.
we want them to be direct members of the Football Federation.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's number one.
Because now they are represented by just
The football, the women association, yeah.
And they have 12 teams or something?
Yeah, 22, 10 plus 12.
It's a grossly underrepresented.
Yeah, so in the manifesto, we've discussed it during the lodging, we said it. But before that, I made consultation with the key stakeholders in women football.
Okay.
I said, our thinking is, if the male category can get a support financially, equally, the first division, what the male is receiving is exactly the same the female are receiving. Second division, the same. So, but male first division, second division voting right. The female sector don't have voting because they are not direct members.
12 teams
so on the side of the governance, that's number one that I want to improve.
You want to change that?
Yes, we
They
want to.
will have votes.
We want to bring them to be direct members and with a voting right.
Apart from that, I understand also FIFA, when FIFA has funding for females, it doesn't go direct to these people. It is GFF, I mean female committee or subcommittee that is often consulted or being charged, of this kind of money. Shouldn't it be that the money that's have been earmarked for female football should be given direct to the female?
No, I don't agree to that because
Why?
Whatever fund, for instance, if there are funds for women football,
Yes.
every project
Yes.
is designed and you spend according to the project, you report back to FIFA. Because FIFA, there is a form for, if you are reporting, there is a form for budget. That's the form one. Excuse me.
But there specific
That is
budget for females?
Before,
Before.
FIFA will tell you,
Yes.
spend 15% on women football.
Yes.
But that's not happening now.
Yeah, but we've already done. Why didn't you give it to female directly?
No, excuse me.
Yeah.
The budget that is present to the annual general assembly is the budget.
Yeah.
If you have any portion for women football, that is exactly that is supposed to be spent for. Like their travels, support to the league. Now the women football is financed by the GFF.
GFF.
Yes, all the activities is financed by GFF. Not a women football committee or whatever.
No, but
It's
let's
directly by the
go back a
Football
little bit. I want you to clear. There was, I think 2 years ago, 8 years ago, there was a bonus from the World Cup. You remember the COVID? I think it was the COVID bonus. Wasn't there a special budget for women football?
Yeah, but that budget was like spent on women football. What was spending was their vehicle.
I see.
And that was like, I think this time, when I left, I had that process was on to give them their vehicle before the current executive office. That's in place.
So you see,
but
women football will feel
now
marginalized.
let's go forward.
You said the coach. No, I'm talking. They felt marginalized, and you were there, part of it. So if they really put their hope on you to improve these things, what can they expect?
I was not a policy maker. I told you.
You.
Now I'm going to be in charge of the policy matters.
And
I said I want them to be direct members of the Football Federation.
Okay.
2, 3.
What about
their funding? No, yes, okay. Their funding will ensure women football will enjoy what belongs to them.
What belongs to them.
Then now we go to the other sector. That's the coaches association.
Yes. If you are supposed to be
in
a
my
coach,
yes,
they will feel
myself.
They will feel more at home with your administration.
Exactly. I'm a freelancing coach. I told you.
Okay.
And I'm a member of the coaches association.
Okay.
Yes.
But do you
so
even
what I think we want to help that sector very important because look, these are key players in our football.
Of course.
We have a lot of talents, and it's these coaches that will help us to develop those talents from the younger age to where we want them to be. So building their capacity is very important.
Yeah.
The plan we have for them, apart from the normal training of C lancing, B lancing, A lancing, we want to create those opportunities. If you look at the O, I'm coming back to the O again. There are opportunities outside where we can take these coaches to do internship outside. For instance, you can take 2-3 coaches. Now the league is finished. Most of the coaches are sitting doing nothing. You can get like 2, 3, 4 coaches to different countries. We can send one to Saudi, to a partner club, We can send one to Holland, one to Belgium, to England. Go and do attachment at different clubs.
Yeah.
Then for a month or two, if you come back, that will help you to at least improve a sector in our football. We're going to create the convention that they are also conducting.
Yeah.
It's also very important. We'll collaborate with them and give them what they want. So referees, the modern equipment in refereeing will ensure are available in this country at all regions. The capacity building is happening. We will improve on it.
Okay.
Yeah. The security sector, the same. Medics, I think that's the area where we need to work very hard.
Work hard.
Because we don't have specialists.
Exactly.
A lot of players are going out of football.
Yeah.
Now with knee injury. Probably if we have an expert. Yes, we had a lot in the country now. Even yesterday I met a player at Carnifing, a very good player. When I asked him what happened to you, he said, I'm not playing anymore, I had a knee problem.
Wow, come on.
I said, knee? He said, yes. So medics, we need to work a lot to
How do you go
improve
about
sector.
that? When you don't even have...
Charm, we cannot do all internally.
Okay.
There are experts outside. You don't need to take all the medics, train them outside. But we can have courses here. I met with one from Holland. He's an expert, very, very good physiotherapist.
Okay.
He's ready to give free training at any time we need him to our medics, to our physiotherapists. So, and we have medical doctors even at the hospital here.
Yeah.
Who are very knowledgeable.
Trained.
You can get them. They are sport related. The likes of landing is with the senior national team, can be invited to help us with a lot of capacity building for young medics. Because most of the teams, you go there, they'll say, this one is the medic, this is the physiotherapist. But do they have the right capacity to take care of player injury or players' medical issues at the football clubs? So we must help to build their capacity in different, locally and internationally. They will have in-house training, and we can also prepare them to travel outside, do their internship with professional bodies outside.
Okay, so much about the manifesto. I'm sure we wouldn't have even time to exhaust it, but you have really touched so many areas that are covered, and I must say they are impressive. Yeah. But how has the acceptance been since you declared your aspiration to lead the federation? I know, of course, even before your launching of your manifesto, the Regional Football Association presidents, at least, came up very heavily behind you. How about the clubs? How has been your acceptance among them?
Very, very impressive.
Really?
Yeah, because
you know there are 34 clubs from both the second and first division.
I'm targeting 50%. I'm above that. 50%. I cannot give you all my strategies here.
No, I don't want that.
It's
but
politics.
I'm trying to give you.
It's politics.
I'm trying to say the Regional Football Association came big first. At least the presidents.
The clubs are also the same.
The clubs, we haven't had much from them.
No, I don't want them to talk.
You don't want them to talk.
No.
But even in the regions, I mean, you know, the regional delegates is 4 to a congress, each to a vote, meaning that having the president on your back doesn't guarantee that the 3 other delegates will vote for you. So how can you just jump and say, well, I have all the regions, I should be expected, I should have all 28 votes. Somebody might say...
One thing I can tell you.
Yes.
The regions are united. That's why I will stop.
They are united.
The rest is with you, but I can tell you the regions are united.
They are united.
Yes.
And 7 of them are behind you.
Well, the regions are united. This is what I can tell you.
Okay.
For now, there's only 6 that is confirmed.
6 confirmed? Yes.
Not the 7, not 7.
And they are all united behind Kemo?
You saw it.
That's what the president said anyway.
Yeah.
Their president said they are all united.
But at the launching, it was not only the president who was present.
The secretaries came and other things.
The launching, every region was 4 delegates.
4 delegates
present.
And these are the 4 delegates. Well, probably it's 4 votes anyway. So that gives you a very good confidence that as far as the regions are concerned, you are in pole position to get all the votes there?
Yeah, on paper, for now, I can say yes, but it's politics. And we still have time to August. So what we need to do is to work hard and make sure we are elected in August to the office.
And you're targeting 50% of the clubs?
That's my target. Because if, for instance, no need to tell you actually...
Not the Allied Association, how you target? I'm not saying individuals, but Allied, how many percentage in Allied?
No, that's with my strategic team. I don't want to discuss.
You don't want to discuss that?
Let's go to another part of
Okay.
the manifesto.
The other thing is, I'm talking about, it's important. I'm talking about, because I would like your perspective on other campaigns, as well as relations with a key partner government. Not long ago, it was in the media. I don't want to drag you back there, because you said you don't want to be talking about, defending or dissociating yourself from the record of the Kaba regime. You are very proud of the Kaba achievement, the team Kaba's achievement. You are very proud of, and you don't want to talk ill will, anything about them, because they have not shown you any ill will anyway. But since this is politics, and one has to take a position, the team Kaba has taken a position that they are going to, or they have endorsed Musa Jammeh, and they did not endorse you. Okay, you normally have no problem with that. But it's been suggested that either Team Kaba or Kaba personally said so, or took the decision because they believe you come from a political background, or you subscribe to a political background, UDP, which is opposed to the NPP, so you may have a troubling relationship with the government of the day when you become president. How would you navigate your relationship, between the GFF and the government? Because it looks like somewhere in the past, even under this current Kaba regime, there are times when we feel that, why are these people actually communicating? Because obviously, if you look at the stadium, the stadium debacle, we know that CAF does not directly deal with Ministry of Sports. We believe that CAF guidelines should have been channeled through GFF, and they would have advised the ministry, well, you know what, you got to do this first, do this first, do this first. But that didn't happen in the stadium debacle. Many people blame that to a lack of cordial relationship between the government and the GFF. How are you going to work with any government that comes your way? In December, God knows, we might have a new government. Well, the NPP will not like to hear that. But the UDP also may not like to hear that Barrow will continue. But how are you going to work with government to ensure that?
Thank you very much, Lam Cham. I wish you go through my manifesto, or our manifesto.
Okay, I've not had time to go
there is
through
a sector.
Yeah.
In fact, we did not complete the coach.
Okay.
There you go to the collaboration.
Oh, collaboration.
Government is key partner to football.
Okay.
And no football president can work and you want to achieve your corporate goal or developing football in this country without working with the government. Like I said, I'm a Gambian and a very good relationship with people. I can tell you this. I'm 100% ready, and I'm ready with my team to work with the government. At any
government.
Any government. Now the sitting government, like I said in my last interview, I have brothers there, friends, very good relatives. So we cannot develop football. I cannot develop football without the government. I'm 100% ready to work with the government. Clear. The other side of the team Kaba, like you said, I don't want to discuss that. No, that's history for me.
But if you are perceived to be UDP, the NPP government will not be happy with you. If you are perceived.
No, for records, like if people are saying that, that's why it surprised me when I read your interview with President Bajo. This is man. Kaba is my everything. I can tell you this. But
did a lot for you.
You go to my personal file in GFF. The reason why I was asked to work or continue to work up to December 30, 2025 was because I resigned
from the youth,
from all the political. And you go to my personal file, the letter is there.
Yeah.
So, but what I can tell you, that's history. I don't want to go to that.
Don't want to go back.
What was said or what was not said, you are a journalist. You can go and ask the executive committee members whatever decision was made, how it was made. Go and do your own findings. I am not here to discuss that again.
But you claim they said you were UDP, that's why.
I said I am not discussing that. If you want,
They
as a journalist,
they denied that.
as a journalist, whether it is denied or not denied, go and ask the RFA president.
Make my independent find.
Exactly, or executive committee
and tell
members.
them why did the Kaba did not back.
I don't want to.
I will come across the reason.
Yeah, I don't want to go that front and back with anybody.
What about if I tell
want
people
unification in football? After election, I want to be like Kemo of people. I want to be working with everybody.
So you don't definitely want to discuss things that might destroy the future relations.
For me, that is history. Let's concentrate. Because one thing I know in football, GFF constitution, there is nowhere where we'll say a political party is A, B, or you at football regulation, the GFF rules and regulations. There is nowhere where it will say you have to belong to this particular party before you're selected in the national team. Football don't know party politics.
Exactly.
Well, you know what is the round ball that we concentrate on? That ball is round, meaning we should come together and unite as a family.
Exactly.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
So the issue of politics, I don't want to discuss that.
Okay. It should not be even considered when it comes to football politics. Okay. Now, the Independence Stadium. You know, even though everybody knows that the Independence Stadium falls under the Ministry of Youth and Sports, it's a separate management line, institution under the Ministry of Youth. Don't you find sometimes people, rightly or wrongly, unfairly, attribute the problems with the stadium with the GFF? They said, you see, the GFF, with all the monies coming from FIFA, what we discussed, could have also contributed into building stadia around the country.
Yeah, if they said...
when you hear that, what do you...
regarding the Independence Stadium, that one...
That's unfair.
Cham, I think what is important is for us to communicate.
Yes.
People don't know. We should go out all the time. It's difficult for
But
Gambia.
often the GFF don't communicate. Or are shy of taking on the government or the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
The coach really want to improve on that line.
You want to improve on
we
that?
want to communicate a lot, to stakeholders, and that's why I said that football bandaba is a way forward to give people what they want to hear.
What about relationship, particularly with our international players? You see, recently there was one player, Yankuba Minte, said, well, he probably hinted that there might be, player boycotts when it comes to the issue of the stadium. People criticized him, others supported him. And not long ago, when they were preparing to go to the Cup of Nations, the last one, they demanded allowances. The government was forced to cough $30 million in the last minute, otherwise they will boycott. They even boycotted training. If you are president, and many people believe the GFF executive for not taking, a stand on that. If you are president of the GFF and the players started behaving like that, or they express concerns and use ultimatums and conditions, how are you going to deal with that? Just go and bring the money and say, here you go, or you will have to do it in a different way.
I think regarding that, what happened is history. My manifesto is saying.
No, but people expect how you will handle that. People expect to hear.
I'm coming to that.
Okay.
What happened that's history. The future is
yes.
I will definitely work closely with the national team setup, because we're going to have somebody working with the national team who is very effective and efficient. So there will be no gap between the leadership and the players. We'll make sure they are friends. Yes, they can come with their bonus complaints, whatever, but we have also look at the resources available. But then to meet the requirements of the national team, I said, we cannot rely on FIFA fund. We cannot rely on government funding. We have to work extra hard and get funding outside to make sure we are independent. Because football is very expensive. National team football is expensive. If other countries are paying their players, at a certain amount of money, our players are, playing with some of those players at different clubs. They want to read what is happening in Nigeria, bring that back to Gambia. We might not be the same level. So you have to coach the players, let them understand the ecosystem of the country. Discuss with them, let them understand what is available and what is not available. It's all about communication. So the coach will improve on that, I promise.
Okay, you did not go to the sports journalist media debate, presidential debate. You didn't go there. At least you shared same opinion or whatever with Musa Jammeh on that, or he didn't go either. Many people believe you abdicated your duty and obligation to tell the public there what your programs are. Why didn't you go there?
Yeah, it was really unfortunate because that group of people are highly respected by our football family.
Yeah.
And they are key partners in development, football development. Football need them, they also need football.
Exactly.
But the timing of that debate, we communicated back to them.
Oh, you
that the
communicated.
launching of my manifesto is on the 20th of this month.
Yeah, what's on
And the
20th?
debate was on the 13th.
I see.
So if I am to launch my manifesto on the 20th, that's why I'm going to tell the general public and the stakeholders,
Okay.
that own the Football Federation, what plans do I have for them. So that was planned for 28th. Now if I go and attend the debate on the 13th,
1 week before.
1 week before that, and what I'm going to discuss at the debate will be directly linked to the manifesto. Now what will be the purpose of launching? Can you help me, Lamcha? As a journalist, tell me.
But does that mean if there's another debate now, you will take part?
It depends on how it is organized, and the Football Federation, the stakeholders in football, should be partners to it. I will accept to go, because
You mean the stakeholders?
let me tell you, anything related
Even
to football
the clubs, RFAs,
and it should be GFF approved.
or GFF approved.
It can be organized by the Sports Journalists Association,
But GFF
but let them work closely with the Football Federation.
But the football federation is not open to that. The last time
I
it
cannot.
was the same administration, they rejected taking part in that.
Well, I don't know. What I'm saying is
So
like,
you consult somebody who's agreed to the principle.
No,
The
but,
principle, they did not agree. You cannot consult somebody who have made it clear that that is not his principle.
Mr. Cham, the GFF, if you go to Senegal, last election of their football presidential, was there any debate? Other countries, example,
Yes,
no, I'm coming.
yes, there was
So
it.
Gambia cannot be other countries.
I see.
But if we are organizing,
Yeah.
there is a football body. That's the Gambia Football Federation.
Okay.
Whatever happens, go to them, sit with them. Let them be part of it. And again, the electoral process need to be observed. There is an electoral committee. Kemo is an aspiring candidate. Am I going to be finally approved to run for the election? Do you know, Cham? Can you tell me yes or no?
That's important. You are trying to tell us that, in fact, at the moment, you people are aspirants.
Yeah, exactly.
Your candidature is
We
not
are not
yet
yet confirmed.
You have to go through the electoral.
So that I think there should be that networking between that Sports Journalists Association and the GFF, probably with the electoral committee. Combine, call the candidates to sit and face the stakeholders, members of the Football Federation, not only the media.
Or you mean the club representatives?
Because they are key
RFAs
partners. They are
and-
key partners.
And the allied associations should
Because
have to be
that
there.
debate, in fact, most of the questions should come from them. That's my thinking.
Oh, I see.
Because now, if I'm a candidate,
But did you put this to the sports, this suggestions to the sports generation?
well,
Or you only said, I'm not going?
no. We respect them. We cannot.
But maybe if you had put it that way, look,
No,
you know
no,
what, okay,
no.
I like what you are saying, but don't you think the stakeholders should be there, because it is on their behalf that we are doing, and they are in fact the key stakeholders in the whole thing. Maybe you suggest to them, they would have accepted.
Well, we respect that decision is conducted successfully. So I was not present. I told you clearly my manifesto launch.
So anybody who said you didn't go there because you are not committed to transparency, what would you say to them?
well, that's your opinion. What can I say about that?
Okay, let's look at finally the candidature of the campaign of the others. You talk about, well, I think you have exhausted the candidature. How you come to be an aspirant from D Team Kaba. It was you and Musa Jammeh, and finally they endorsed Musa Jammeh. You have now launched your own independent bid, and that's, you don't want to go back. What happened?
No.
Okay, I understand that. And you also said how you think your appeal is nationwide among stakeholders, regional FAs and Australia. Are you open to joining forces with any of these candidates? Should they now decide that, okay, we are coming to Kemo, we want us to talk and see whether we can have one platform? Are you open to that kind of things? If Sadibu Kamaso or Musa Jammeh said, okay, Kemo, I think now we should come and see whether we can have a joint campaign.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not possible, but Kemo is an individual as head of team coach. The group, that's the team members, will now sit and discuss, look at what is possible and what is possible, and said, yes, this is what's going to happen, not me. I cannot answer that question here. Yeah, that will be difficult for me to say yes or no, because I'm with the team. If I said yes here, I go back, my team said, no, that's not our position. It's not Kemo alone here. I have to go back and consult, sit with my team. I say, well, this is the proposal from A, B, C, and D. Let's look at it together. If it is okay with us. But what I can tell you, I want unification, a unified football family.
But the best way to start is when you have a proposal like.
But like an individual, head of the team, I cannot just say yes at this interview. I'm sorry, I cannot.
Okay, finally, I want you to tell us a message to the football fraternity about why you think you are the suitable candidate. We have discussed a lot about that now, what you think. But finally, why should anybody hope that you, Kemo, will be the one who will bring about these aspirations of the Gambian football stakeholder, fan, especially player, in the coming 4 years?
Charm, there is one thing that is key. If you look at our manifesto, what we have for Gambian football, at least that's a motivating factor for the stakeholders to know, yes, this is the candidate.
Okay.
This candidate, Kemo, you look at work experience.
His work experience.
In that football office,
Yeah.
as an administrator, a club owner,
Yeah.
because I feel the pain. I know how difficult it is to run football. Not like any other person who want to be president. You don't own a club, you don't know the pain in financing a club. From 1997, I was in it. And say, like I say, I'm in it. I'm still financing. So I know how painful and difficult it is to run a club. So it is our football federation. And I think I'm the best candidate. Because the club owners, the investors, I think I'm the right person to help protect their investment. Lamcham, it's difficult to run a football club. You invest in millions.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, there are bad policies that is not protecting your investment. That's a case for concern. For every club owner. That's why they should all vote for me to protect their investments. One. Two, the regional football associations are at a serious disadvantage. I knew what is happening. But Cham, like I said, I don't have the final say to help their situation at that time as a staff. But now, if elected president, in the next coming 4 years, you will see different regional football associations. I can promise you that. Because I'm in it, I know their needs. I'm from the upper region. I know the problems they're facing in football compared to the other candidates. The geography of this country, the demography, I think I know better than my competitors. That's my thinking. The academic qualification, yes, I'm an MSc in business in public administration. I'm a finance person, but you know why I went to do my master's in public admin? Because of this purpose. I want to administer the general public, make football a viable business. FIFA trained me to be a high-level FIFA executive administrator in football. I've achieved that. You cannot compare me in terms of that qualification with the two other candidates I have. Genuinely, I want to unify the football family. Charm, yes, I can do it because I work with a lot of presidents, the former president.
People said Kemo was the Mr. Fixer.
So,
Mr. Fixer of all this administration. Now he want to fix himself.
Yeah, so now, if I'm leading, I can see all those sitting. But if I say that some people feel offended because they go around and no, I left more control or more control member of football or left that's not it. I want a unified football family.
Is that the fear?
I want the football family. That's what others are saying. I had it.
You want to bring others.
Somebody called me even yesterday, say yes, if you win, they said you want to bring those old people, who were out of football. I said no. We want Gambians.
You come under their influence.
Yeah, we want a united football family. I want a united football family. Cham, we cannot achieve the development we deserve in football if we are not united. So Kemo is a unifier. I want to transform football to another level. I'm the best candidate, and I want the stakeholders to look at me at that direction. Yes, he's protecting our investment as club owners. RFAs, I will help you to improve your current situation. The allied associations, I have plans for them. So please vote for me. Let me give you what you want. Thank you.
Kemo Ceesay. He is former finance director of GFF, an aspirant for his campaign is the coach. I think you also have a Facebook page.
And a website.
The website.
Yeah.
And it's called The Coach.
Yeah, The Coach.
Well, if you go in there, you will be able to agree or disagree with him, but he's appealing on the stakeholders to vote for him. Kemo, like I will do to everyone else, I will wish you good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I will do to Kamaso and I will do to... But what happened? In fact, there's this small issue about Amadou Jaite. He just packed up and came to your camp. Oh, people said he was always under you. He was a decoy. It was your decoy.
No. Amadou was all along with the other team.
Oh.
I belong to Team Kappa last elections.
Yes.
Never with Amadou Jete. But Amadou is a candidate. He has his vision. I have my vision.
But he never projected.
So when he looked at my draft manifesto, he said, well, yes.
He just decamped.
What I have is exactly what they have. So why running on my own? I was like called by my team. Like I said, a consultation was done by my team, not me. You know, said Amadou finally agreed to join you, our camp, because the visions are the same.
I see.
And he trusts in your leadership. Because he worked under you at the GFF.
You have not, I wouldn't leave you without asking that, you have not told people who are in your lineup, who are in your executive. It's important for people to know that. Why are you keeping that secret?
It's not yet time to announce my team.
Why are you afraid of telling people who and who is in your team?
But there is no camp that you cannot give me the lineup of the other camps. Why mine?
But why can't you come? Why are you keep hiding it until when?
It will come at the right time.
Kemo Ceesay, thank you very much, the coach, for coming on the brunch.
Thank you.
We hope to have you more as the election gets nearer.
Thank you.
That's Kemo Ceesay, aspirant, one of the aspirants for the GFF presidential elections in August. And before him, Alagie Kanteh, an ex-army captain and former military governor. And the brunch will be back, inshallah, next Saturday.
Ja Oil ñoom ñoo jiitu si wàllum jaay essence si biir réew mi te ñu def ko warugal pour kontaan loo suñu client yi borom moto yi ak driver yi seen jaaxare jeex na léegi pour am essence bu baax ak njëg bu yomba lii sax moo tax ñu amal leen banxaas fépp si biir réew mi pour essence bu baax bu set benn place rek la muy Ja Oil soo soxlae essence bu set essence bu baax gasoil wala kérosine naa la wax ne Ja Oil rek mooy jëmukaay ga doxantul rek si bépp banxaasi Ja Oil nga am si bànneex ak Ja Oil seen bànneex mooy suñ taxawaay moo tax ñu amoon leen banxaas bépp si biir réew mi nim gën a yombee pour yow ak suñ liggéeykat yu xarañ yi naa la won ne mbégte rek nga see jël pour am essence bu baax pour say machine fenn place rek la mooy sa Ja Oil ak Ja Oil bànneex kese la moo tax sax suñ station si nekk ca Costa Road ak Banjul wàññil nañ leen njëgi essence bi foofu noonu pour am si lu leer mun ngaa call si 770 8080 322 9070 714 7273 wala 787 1321 Ja Oil, the pride of the nation.
Traveling has never been this simple in the Gambia. Oh yes, you don't need to visit the GTSC depot just to get a ticket. Just download the Yona Wallet app today and enjoy hassle-free bookings. With Yona Wallet, you can buy your GTSC bus ticket right from your phone, anytime, anywhere. From Kanifing to Dakar, Dakar to Banjul, or up-country routes like Kanifing to Basse and Basse to Banjul, Yona Wallet has you covered. No queues, no stress. Just safe, fast, and convenient ticketing at your fingertips. Choose comfort. Choose convenience. Choose GTSC with Yona Wallet. Yona Wallet. Your money, your way. GTSC. Moving the nation forward. For more information, please call 1124 or 221 1668.
Jamano Money Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Bruceby opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited, or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051 or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.
Agada di.
Mbijan aganya.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la.
Ha, code nyinji.
Okay. Korsan. Nsila ID soto.
Sa soto. Sorry. Agada di.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariaka.
Bare
Mo ki janna nun kunu bara tariaka.
Jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbali ya bere. Birin koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato ni fo bolong blabe ko.
56 branches mola sota Gambia jang.
Ha?
Gambia kono anin Gambia bantala bankol. Nka kodo kiya bere. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta memmen na kodi to poto nin kodi maraw. Jannam number 1 di nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale de dadi ma nin domorol di fana beteat. Gambia dawda yalo ma fa kendol sotale je.
Wo moyo diat.
Apelenta
ni wo ka ni lafta nyelen kendol e binaji.
Yalo bu kanyi la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel chosano lo.
Abaraka.